Okay, so is everyone able to view the screen? Can you see the screen? Okay, good. So I have added all the names here. Whomsoever has texted in the group, I have added those names. So I'll just spin this wheel. So according to the name it displays, you can just unmute yourself and speak so that everyone will be getting a chance. Okay. So, and since it's a general session about price action trading, I hope most of you might have similar doubts with respect to price action trading, or someone would have already asked the stock, would have mentioned that a particular stock name. So make sure the questions don't get repetitive. So even if someone else has asked something, make sure you follow it. The answers which I give to them, make sure you follow it so that you don't repeat the same question next time. All right, so can we start? No, yes, sir. Baasha M. So
yes, sir.
To which question has he answered no? Okay. All right,
sir. Sir, Baasha M. Here it is.
Baasha M. So you have replied no. So
now I can view the screen.
Okay, man. Okay, good. Okay. So we'll just start with the session now. Okay. So I'm spinning this. Right. So it's Disha Nandu. Is she here? Disha? I don't think so. All right. Prakash is here?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So your turn now.
Yes, sir.
People who aren't yet ready with the questions can please write it down, whatever questions you want to ask, because it's going to be an interactive session. I'm not going to teach anything in general. It depends on your questions actually. So you can just write down if you do not have it ready already. So Prakash bro, you can just speak.
So how to find the false breakout in the price action, sir?
All right, false breakout. So it's a very common question which everyone has. How to identify false breakouts. See, my only advice to this would be to focus on the candlestick which is breaking out or breaking down, and also give importance to the particular time frame in which you have drawn that pattern. All right, for example, let's say you have drawn a channel pattern in any stock. Okay, you have drawn a channel pattern here, and the stock keeps revolving within this channel, and suddenly it seems like it is breaking out. Now you want to identify whether this is a good breakout or a false breakout. Everyone will be having that question. Now 2 points you have to remember here. What is the time frame in which you have drawn this pattern? That is your first question you should ask yourself. In which time frame have I drawn this channel pattern? If it is, let's say, for example, it is in daily time frame. All right, you have drawn this pattern in daily time frame. Then what you should do is look at the previous times, how the candlesticks have reacted at the resistance. Suppose right when it has touched this trend line, if it hasn't given any sort of breakout, it just took resistance and it fell down, then you will just have a bearish candle like this. a body.
Okay.
The body stop would have touched this line and it would have closed strongly here, making a bearish candle, and prices would have again dropped down. In some cases, you might have a huge inverted hammer. This is a long wick rejection candlestick, or we call it as an inverted hammer or a shooting star. Now, if you have something like this, what does it mean here actually? This is a daily time frame candlestick. An inverted hammer has been formed. Now, what do these wicks suggest?
Prices cannot make a new higher, sir.
No, what do these wicks suggest? I'm asking, what do these wicks suggest? Can anyone else answer?
There's a selling pressure.
Rejection
There are
from
bears in
upper
the market.
levels.
Yeah, it is indeed a rejection, but what would have happened during the entire part of the day?
Sellers are stronger than buyers.
Sellers are stronger. Okay, good. Prices would have actually traded above this trend line, right? For most part of the day, price was trading here above
Yes,
the
sir.
trend line. Now, if someone is trading based on a 5-minute candlestick, obviously a 5-minute bullish candle would have closed above this trend line. And he would have thought that, okay, it is breaking out of the pattern. I'm going to take a long position here. Now, after some time, during the day's close, around 3:30, 3 o'clock, there was selling pressure and the daily candle has been closed like this here, around 3:30. Now, what was his mistake is, he has drawn a pattern in daily time frame, but he is going long considering this breakout using 5-minute time frame. That is the mistake here. So what I will advise you is, if you have drawn a pattern in daily time frame, look for a daily close. Daily close above this trend line, a bullish momentum close. You should have a good understanding of candlesticks as well. A bullish momentum close. If I don't have any long wick rejection like this, even after the body closing above this trend line, if I'm having something like this, a long wick rejection, then I would be little skeptical here, because there is a huge selling pressure. When I don't have any sort of long wick, just a small wick rejection, just a very small wick compared to the size of the body, the wick size is completely negligible, then it's going to be a good breakout. Now, if you cannot wait for a daily candle close, not many people will be waiting till 3 o'clock to enter into a trade. For those people who cannot wait for a daily close, or those people who have this fear of missing out, what if a daily candle goes and closes here 5%, 6%, then my entry would be gone. What is the use of waiting till 3:30? I would not be able to enter at 3:30, even though I see a close here, because tomorrow if the stock again comes back to a retracement itself, my stop loss is going to be huge. This is another problem. So for that reason, particularly this problem will be faced by F&O traders, because for them every single point is important. So for that purpose, what I'll advise you is, when you have drawn a pattern in daily time frame, look for the immediate lower time frame, your 1 hour. In our community, we just use 4 time frames: 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, and daily. And apart from that, weekly or monthly, very rarely. The major time frames used by us are 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, and daily. So below daily, we have the 1 hour time frame. Now I am going to look at 1 hour candles. Have they closed above this? Suppose the same channel pattern. I'm planning to take a trade here based on a 1 hour candle close. The very first 1 hour candle has closed with a strong bullish momentum. It doesn't have any sort of wick. Now I'm planning to enter into this trade here. So now I'm going to check whether previously a 1 hour bullish candle close has happened at these levels, and still in daily you have a long wick rejection. Follow me carefully. Previous times, a 1 hour candle could have closed above this trend line, but still after that you would have got selling pressure, And in daily time frame, you would have got a inverted hammer. If this is happening, if it has happened during the previous times, I'm not going to trust this 1 hour candle close. In this situation, I will definitely wait for a daily candle close. But this is not a very common scenario. Kindly mute yourselves, others. Arshan bro. All right. Now, if none of the 1 hour candles have given a strong close above the trend line previously, then you can very well go ahead and trust this 1 hour breakout and initiate a long position here. Even though the time frame is daily time frame in which you have drawn this pattern, you can go ahead and trade it based on a 1 hour candle close. All right. If you ask me what is a false breakout is, a 1 hour candle close closing strongly, and the pattern you have drawn is based on 1 hour time frame. And even after that, the next few candles came into this pattern and you have a selling pressure. This is called a false breakout. But people, even without waiting for any proper bullish momentum candle closes, they are going ahead and trading the breakout. And when the candle reverses, according to me, this is not a false breakout candle. This candle has not even given a breakout. Now, this is a false breakout. If this breakout is not sustaining, now this is a false breakout. Prakash, you understood, bro? Hello? I'm not able to hear you.
Yes, bro. Understand, bro. I understand.
Okay, okay.
Thanks.
So this is about the breakouts. Okay. Any other doubts? Prakash, bro, any other doubts for you?
No, bro. Based on the time frame, only have to find out the false breakout, bro.
Based on the time frame as well as based on the candlestick momentum. Candlestick momentum is very crucial.
Okay, bro.
Whether it is giving a bullish momentum breakout. This is a bullish momentum candle.
Okay, bro.
This is not a bullish momentum candle. Sorry. Compared to both of this is a bullish momentum candle.
Okay, bro.
When you have a long wick like this here, then this is not a bullish momentum candle because it is indicating some selling pressure.
Yes, bro. Okay,
When the
bro.
wick is very small, in this case, it is okay.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Thanks, bro.
Okay. Okay. So it's Pranav Arya. Are you here, bro?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is like, I do make.
Can you be a bit louder? Your voice is
Yeah.
very feeble. Yeah.
Is it audible now?
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah. So the question is like, I do make the charts like a day before. I analyze them like on 30 minutes and I enter them on 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So, but I couldn't like get hold of the momentum.
Okay.
I missed the opportunity, or like if I get a trade, maybe it could be like 2 or 3%. But whatever happens, I miss the momentum. Or like
Okay.
if you could guide like how to like catch hold of the momentum if any stock is in like about to give a breakout or whatever.
Okay. So from what I understood, I guess you are able to find a good entry, but you are not able to hold on and capture the entire move of that particular stock.
Yes, like
You are
if
you are exiting earlier.
no, maybe I can't enter the trade, like I couldn't be more confident enough. You can check in this chart, like Happiest Mind chart in 30 minutes. So there was
Okay.
this triangle pattern forming. So it gave a breakout yesterday.
In 1 hour or
30 minutes.
okay.
So there is this triangle pattern forming here from you can check between 40 this 12:15 the top of the wick.
No, the intraday, or you are meaning this entire range?
No, you can check on this date, this 12th August at 12:15. So there is the wick on the top.
12th August. Okay.
Take it. Sorry, this is 12th last month. Yeah, the top of wick.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was this rejection point at both of times. The wicks were forming here.
Okay. So this is where it broke out.
Yeah. So like if I
Okay.
want to enter in 5 minutes or whatever time frame you suggest, so how the trade would have been possible in this thing? Or
All
maybe
right. So you want to know how to capture this move.
yeah.
All right. See, that's what I was answering him. The previous question was a bit similar. So this is a breakout trade. Okay, you have drawn a triangle pattern. This is a breakout trade. Now, so you have drawn this pattern in 30-minute time frame, and
Yep.
none of the 30-minute candles have closed above this trend line.
Yep.
Okay. Now you are asking this from an intraday perspective,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just switching over to the immediate lower time frame, which is 15-minute.
Okay.
Now, when I go ahead and check this 15-minute time frame, even none of the 15-minute candles have closed above this trend line previously.
Okay.
Okay, so I can very well go ahead and trade based on a 15-minute candle close also here. All right. If
Okay.
now I am also going to check 5-minute time frame.
Okay.
So this is your 5-minute candle. And as you can see here, even 5 minutes candles have not closed here.
Okay.
Above this trend line.
Trend line. Yeah.
Okay. Now in this case, we have not only a trend line resistance, we also have this horizontal resistance level.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, if you can see here, this range along with this trend line has been broken with this first 5-minute candle.
Yeah.
Okay. And the momentum is also looking strong.
Yeah.
Of this candle, the momentum is also looking strong.
Okay.
All right. Now, as a trader, I want to make sure my risk is completely low. I'm not going to worry about the reward a particular trade is offering me. Before that, I'm making sure my risk is very, very less in every trade I am making.
Yeah.
All right. Now, particularly as an intraday trader, you are having this time factor working against you because you are going to close your trades before 3:30.
Yep.
You do not have much time with you.
Yep.
Now, if I'm entering here or here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Now, from this trend line, the stock is up almost 2% in the very first 5 minutes.
Yep.
Now, if I'm as an intraday trader, this is very important for me. Every stock cannot go up 5%, 10% intraday. Okay. The maximum move some stocks make on an intraday basis is just 2 to 3% on an average. I'm talking about.
Okay.
Apart from the top gainers, on an average, every stock, a bullish momentum stock, will only give you 2% to 3% move on if it is very bullish. Okay. Now, already that 2% is gone here. Now, if I'm going to take an entry here and the stock is coming down for a pullback, I'm not saying it is a false breakout. It is just coming for a pullback, coming down for a pullback. It has the right to either test this zone, which has been broken, or if the stock is kind of weak, it can come ahead, come down and test this trend line and also go up.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure that the place where I enter, my risk is very low. So what you should do here, you are going to look for entries closer to this range.
Yeah.
This
So we
was
can-
the horizontal resistance zone, which had been broken. Now, after this candle, it shot up and again you had some selling pressure, and this is your indication. I'll just delete this.
So we can check like, is it coming for retest for the previous day high, and we can take a trade there.
Yeah, this is your first signal that this stock is not willing to go below this zone.
Okay.
After that, you have a good entry here. You could have anywhere entered around 1422 here, keeping a stop loss below this level.
Okay.
Got it? So this will
Yeah.
be a good entry and not above this level, 1432, 1435. These are bad entries.
Okay.
The risk reward wise, it will not be favorable for an intraday trade. You need to first confirm that this is a true breakout. And after that, you need to make sure that you are getting the best entry with the very less risk.
Okay.
Got it, bro?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like for target selection, can we use like Fibonacci, or it should be like 1:2 only? Or like
For
1:1?
target selection, I stick to the particular stocks, previous resistance, and also Dow theory. There's a concept called Dow theory. So the previous target is this one. The previous resistance which I am talking about is this level.
Yeah.
So the stock has taken resistance
At the same
from
level.
this point. So you are already getting a move of around, if you would entered somewhere, I'm not taking the lowest point of this week. Let's be little practical. So you are entering around 1423 and the highest point is around 22 points. Let's keep it little down also, 15, 16 points.
Yeah.
Because you already have a resistance level here. For intraday, you need to have these resistance plotted because this is your previous resistance, right?
Yeah.
The stock can take a resistance here. So it came down here again. See, this was another retest.
Yeah.
If you have drawn that trend line perfectly, this was another retest and it shot up. Now it broke out of this level also. Now, when next time when it came down for a retest, it perfectly took support at this level.
Yeah, the candle zone, like the closing zone.
Yeah, this was your previous resistance. It got broken. Now this previous resistance is acting as the support. Yeah. So for holding on to the winning trade, okay, for that purpose, for intraday, try using this Dow theory. So Dow theory says in an uptrend, the stock is going to make higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. You're just going to compare both of these resistance. This is your support level. So this is your low. This is a higher low. This is your high. This is a higher high. Compared to this, this is another higher high. Compared to this low, this is another higher low. So when this previous low is getting broken, then you should exit.
Okay.
This is how you can trail your stop loss. You can just hold on to your winning trades, whatever, because if you had entered here, okay,
yeah,
now this is coming down for a pullback. Initially your stop loss would have been here. Now you move the stop loss to this level. You just trail it. Now when it is getting broken, your trailing stop loss should get hit here. Nobody can enter at the, maybe using price action. If you are very strong with price action, you can very well capture the bottoms when you enter, but trust me, nobody can catch the top, particularly when a chart is at in uncharted territory. Nobody can exit at the top. Okay, the logical exit would only be here when the previous low was getting broken. Now I am talking about this for intraday. So you can use your 5-minute Dow theory. So Dow theory is nothing but you are just going to draw it like this, using the previous swing highs, swing low.
Okay.
So this is whenever you have sideways, just mark it as a zone.
Sure.
Now this low has been broken here.
Yeah.
When it is getting broken with a huge bearish candle, you should exit.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now if you are doing a swing trade, just increase the time frame. Go to 15 minutes, go to 1 hour. In 1 hour, you switch over to 1 hour, and in 1 hour, when the previous low is getting broken, this is 1 hour time frame. So somewhere around this level, you exit your trade.
Okay.
So this is how we will capture the most part of that move, because people enter here, and just when it is reversing for a pullback, they will panic and exit.
Okay.
Okay, so to avoid that mistake, we will use Dow theory.
Okay, sure, sir.
Got it, bro?
Yeah, got it, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we'll move on. Okay. So it's Rishab. Are you here, bro? Rishab is here.
Yes. I'm online, bro.
Hello?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, a bit noisy.
I think it's better now.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
First of all, very good evening. My
Good evening,
doubt
bro.
is
Yeah.
how to actually consider the gap up and gap down regarding SGX Nifty if we are in long or short position overnight. How to actually tackle that fear, or how to manage our emotions.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. See, I would advise you to focus on the controllables. Okay, this is a famous line quoted by MS Dhoni also. Okay, just focus on the controllables. What are the things which are under your control? SGX Nifty, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, these things are not under our control. All right, you can only control the things happening within 330, because you can enter anywhere, you can exit anywhere, you can actually plan your trades. If your trailing stop loss is hit, you can move away. So if you are in a profit, you can just hold on. All these things you can do it only till 330. After 330, whatever is happening is not under your control. All right. If you are someone who is not comfortable holding on to the positions, if you are losing your sleep because of SGX Nifty's huge gap up, huge gap down, you should make sure you do not carry any overnight positions. This is something which you can follow. If you are a swing trader, there is always this risk. I'm a swing trader personally. So what I will be doing is, on days when I'm long, let's say I'm long in a particular trade, and that stock is giving me returns, and I'm planning to hold on to it for bigger targets. Okay, now I'll only hold it after 330. I'll only plan to hold it after 330. If the global market breadth, I don't see anything going wrong around the world. The global market should be stable.
Okay.
The previous night, I will be watching that, whether it is not a huge gap up or a huge gap down. Huge gap up is fine because the markets are bullish. It's fine. But any fall, the previous day, if Dow Jones or Nasdaq has fallen 1%, 1.5%, and because of that, we already have a gap down today. Now, the next day, I'm going to be a bit cautious. if the market breadth around the world
Yeah, but
or even in our market is not favorable, it's not stable, then there is always the risk when you hold on to your long positions or even your short positions overnight.
yeah, but a gap down of around 1.5% will not only make sure the stop loss is hit, but it will be much more than that. The damage.
Obviously, that's why you need to be cautious whenever you are trading in derivatives, because if that you are particularly asking about derivative trading or cash trading. Futures, yeah, it's derivatives, right? So you also have this expiry thing going against you. All right, before, if it is not recovering before this month's expiry, then you are going to close your trade in loss. So always people who trade in F&O, futures and options, you need to be a bit more cautious than the people who are trading in cash, because the cash traders do not have any time constraint. They can hold on to it for even for months or years. They can wait for it to recover and then sell it at cost to cost also. But people who are trading in F&O, so this is something you cannot avoid. If you are not comfortable, then don't hold on. Do not do anything which makes you feel uncomfortable. If you are not comfortable holding on to an overnight position, then you should not do that. All right. See, trading in general. That's it from my. Yeah. Okay. See, trading in general.
Carry on.
Trading in general is risky, particularly when you are doing it in F&O, it's even more riskier. All right. So it's about managing the risk. You are only holding on to it. Say, let's take a TCS for an example. So the same question my personal mentorship student was asking me before 2 or 3 days. So TCS, we had this pattern and that guy has bought TCS around here itself. This level is itself, he has bought it and he's still holding on to TCS. But from this level itself, he was a bit skeptical. He was not comfortable holding on to it, only because after this day around 20, what is this date? 16th of August or 17th of August, global markets started to kind of fall. Okay, we kind of had a fall in the last 2-3 days. So he was asking me every day, sir, should I hold on to this TCS or should I close my trade? Now, for someone who has bought TCS here, he's sitting on a profit of almost 8% around these levels. Now, my answer to him was, you have made a profit of 8%. Definitely TCS is not going to gap down 8% or even 5% tomorrow morning. IT sector is one sector which is outperforming the entire market. So the worst thing which can happen to a TCS is it can gap down 1% or 1.5%. If the breadth is too bearish, it can gap down 1% or 1.5%. But there are also chances that if the market recovers, these are the stocks which will continue to outperform. All right. Now, you should be ready to risk your some part of your open profits. From this 8%, I just asked him to risk 1% to 1.5%. This is something you cannot avoid because market does not go up in a vertical line or fall in a vertical line. You will only have this thing happening. From point A to point B, if market has to go up, this is what will happen. This will rarely happen unless we have any Adani stocks or any other manipulated stocks. Okay, so now only if I'm able to hold on to this stock while it is retracing or it is making a small pullback, I'll be able to capture this huge move. If I'm going to exit this here, then I'll miss out on this move. Now, this is out of my profits, which I'm risking. So people who have entered here, they need not worry about SGX Nifty going down, global markets going down. Only those people who have entered at the top, they are going to be worrying. So that's why you always need to make sure you are getting some good entries. When you have entered here, now global markets correcting is definitely not going to affect TCS. Even from tomorrow, if the markets correct, he will be exiting his trade here with a profit of almost 8%. Now he is just risking his open profits of 2%. Got it, bro?
Yes.
All right.
It's good.
Yeah. So any other doubts for you?
Yeah, that's it from my side. You can carry on with others.
Okay, man. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Sanjeevi, bro, here.
Hi, yes, sir, I'm here.
Hi, man. How are
So
you?
thanks, first of all, for organizing this webinar, sir.
Thank you, man.
It's like a
Yeah.
lot of learning for everyone here.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
actually, even I have been sort of, looking at markets and trying to trade. But the thing is, I'm not able to, like the previous contestant, I'm not able to control my emotions and all of that. So when I do only, I'm looking only at index, sir, because it's easier for me to track Nifty and Bank Nifty. So whenever I make an entry, so I'm trying to look at only 15-minute time frame. The thing is, I'm like, if I see few red candles, I just get like, if it goes against my direction, I just start panicking. I get out, and later on it hits my target. Or sometimes it takes my stop loss and then it hits my target, sir. So if you can give a bit of your ideologies on index trading, it will be of help for me.
Okay. So see, unless you become my general advice to people who are in my community is, do not go ahead and trade. And index trading, you mean futures and options. Obviously, you're not going to do any cash trades in index, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so it's
sir.
about, mostly it's about options. To be very specific, it's about options, option buying. Okay. So now, whenever you enter into a market as a beginner, there is an order you should follow. Not many people are doing it. Maybe that is because of lack of capital or lack of patience, I would say. So as a beginner, when you enter into a market, when you learn all this price action, when you learn all how to use any indicator scanner, the first thing you should do is go ahead and do it in cash market. First of all, you should do it in cash market based on higher time frames. You take your daily time frame, you take your 1 hour time frames. I'm taking a TCS for an example. Okay, let's just talk patterns. Later, I'll be coming to your index also. In specific, we'll discuss about Bank Nifty and Nifty. So I'll take the same TCS chart. Now, when someone has entered into a TCS, let's say he has bought TCS based on price action. He's entering into it after this breakout, somewhere around 3,200, 250 is entering. He's going to enter into TCS in cash. Okay, he's buying 100 shares or 50 shares of TCS here. Now, if he is going to decide that no matter what, I'll be waiting for this target, only then I will sell my positions, quantities. Now, if you are doing it in cash market, you can continue to hold on to TCS for a long time unless this target, until this target is getting hit. All right. Now, if you are doing the same in futures, you are having this time constraint. Within this month, August month, TCS should reach this target, or I'll end up closing my trade here if it is just going in sideways. And by the time it reaches August last Thursday, I need to close my trade here. And the next day, the immediate next day, stock can go up 2% or 3% and hit this target. So always when you trade in derivatives, you are having this time constraint against you. Now, to practice first as a beginner, you need to do it in cash market based on higher time frames. Now I have taken daily time frame. For TCS to reach this target, it took around 11 days. Now, only the people who have traded in cash market would be comfortable to hold on to TCS for 11 days All right. The people who are doing it in futures or options, what they will do is they will not look at just daily time frame. They will go ahead and look at 5 minute, 15 minute, everything. Now, when I go to the shortest time frame, 5 minute, now what am I going to do at these areas? The stock has gone up. It's around 3,300 and it has come down almost 40 points down. All right, 40 points in TCS, if I'm not wrong, it's 12,000 in futures. The lot size is going to be 300 in TCS. So 40 into 300 is 12,000. All right, now, not many people will be comfortable to let go of 12,000 from their profits. I'm being very practical and frank here. All right, not many people will be willing to let go of 12,000 from their profits. Now, if you are going to panic in these areas, then you are going to miss out on this huge move. Holding on to this is something not very easy, which is not easily done. It can be done only when you focus on what is happening in higher time frames. So now the same area, let me look at 1 hour. One second. The same area I'm looking at 1 hour. So in 1 hour, what is happening? So I've just taught you about, given a brief about Dow theory. In 1 hour, according to Dow theory, what is happening here? Can I draw something like this? The stock is just consolidating. So from this level, this was the level broken. It made a high. It came down for a pullback. Again, it went up. It came down for a pullback. Again, the same thing is happening. This level is just holding on. So there is nothing to panic unless this is broken and you see the stock falling down. So now this level is a beautiful support area. Now what I'm going to do is, initially I would have kept my stop loss. If I'm entering somewhere around this level, I would have kept my stop loss here. Now I'm just moving my stop loss here. This is my trailing stop loss. So by doing this, even at the worst case, I'm going to exit with the profit of close to 1%. Now this high is again broken. In 1 hour, this high is getting broken again. Again, you have a bullish momentum candle. It's getting broken. Now, after that, if you see it properly, this level is holding on. Now, what I'm going to do is, the stop loss which I had here, this trailing stop loss, I'm going to move it to this level. All right. Now, it is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And each time this high, this high, this high is broken. So I'm just going to trail my profits here. Unless the previous low is broken, I am just going to trail my profits. So when someone is looking into this higher time frame, he will be getting a clear idea of what is happening in the market. If you are just going to look into 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, then you are going ahead and trading based on that, then you will not have a clear understanding of what is happening. Now, when this high is broken, again, I don't see any previous low break in TCS. So person who has taken an entry here, he is just going to trail his profits and hold on. Now his trailing profit can be somewhere around this level. This was the low, previous low. As long as this is not broken, he can continue to hold on. Now, if you are doing index trading, just apply the same logic in 5 minutes. Because in index trading, you cannot for intraday, you cannot go ahead and look into 1 hour time frame or even 15 minutes. Not many people are ready to even look into 15-minute time frame. So 1 hour and all makes no sense. So you are just doing to apply the same logic in 5-minute time frame. Just think that this is 5-minute time frame. So what you will do, you are going to enter somewhere here. So if you have bought a call option, you can just continue to hold on to this as long as this level is not broken. Now, when you do options trading in Nifty or Bank Nifty, there is a problem with time decay. Options have time decay. Okay, now if you had entered here, let's say you have entered here, the premium was 100 rupees. When market is trading at the same level, I hope you know that the premium will not be 100 rupees. Instead, it can be around 95 rupees. The person who trades in options will know it. Market can trade at the same level, but since it's already, let's say, half an hour or 1 hour, and the market is still trading at the same level, the option premium would have decayed by 5 points roughly. So already, if you are holding on to this, you are already in a loss of 5 points. So this is something you cannot avoid. So always options trading should be done only when there is good momentum. In sideways market, you do not want to do options trading.
Yes, so you're talking about theta decay, right?
Yeah, the theta decay. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you actually catch like trending days? So like most of the times when I get excited seeing some sort of a candle, I see a breakout or whatever, or a potential breakout, and then it just ends up eating my premium, and I just have to like sort of book my losses and get out. How do you actually catch trending days? Do you have any this one? If it
Okay, so see, trending days, you just need to, I just do it based on price action. Okay, see, any market, any stock or any index cannot keep on going up like this. Okay, there will be some sort of intraday corrections, or there will be some sort of a 2-day correction or a 3-day corrections. Let's say the major trend is like this. Major trend is uptrend. So you will only have higher highs and higher lows. Okay, as a day trader, what I'll advise, what I do and what I advise to the students as well is, we will only trade in these areas. If you had followed me, then there would not be so many short calls which I would have taken.
Correct. In your stories, I see only you taking only call option mostly at the bottom.
That is, yeah, that is mostly because the trend of the market is bullish. The overall trend, the major trend in Nifty or Bank Nifty is bullish. Yeah. Apart from few days where the market is correcting, people misinterpret that those corrections, they call it as a bear market. That is actually not a bear market. They are just pullbacks or corrective moves.
Healthy pullbacks, healthy corrective moves. Yes.
Yeah. So that will eventually happen in any sort of bull market. If a stock is going up 5%, before going up another 5%, it will at least correct 1 or 2%. Now, I am not going to trade in this day, on this day. Whether it is a 2-day move or a 3-day move, I don't care. But on these days, even though I trade intraday in Bank Nifty or Nifty, on these days, I'll just stay away. That's why you don't see me taking Bank Nifty or Nifty trade every single day. From Monday to Friday, I will not do that. Not a single person in our community, even though they are intraday Bank Nifty traders, they will not trade all 5 days in a week, because not all 5 days are going to be bullish. You will obviously have these sort of corrective days.
Correct.
So on these days, we will not be trading. Now, these corrective days can be either short and impulsive, or they will just be inside. So some markets, if they are too bullish, they can correct in sideways and then shoot up. So I'm not going to trade in this sideways also. If this is happening, then I'll wait for a range breakout. So when a range gets broken, obviously you will have a trending move. A trending move is where the stock continues to form higher highs and higher lows. This is a trending market. Now this is a ranging market or a sideways market. So we are not going to Particularly if you are an options trader, this is not something which you want to trade. All right, now,
yes.
whenever the market is making something like this, let's say now your question is how to identify on which day the market is going to be trending. Now, when I'm seeing this happening over 1 or 2 days, obviously this range has to get broken either on the upside or on the downside.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Following day, the breakout has to happen. See what has happened in Nifty. So this is something which I kept talking about in my stories, in my community. This range. Okay. Let me delete the drawings. I'll just keep it very simple for now. This is the range which Nifty broke out recently. This 16,000 was broken. Now, the market was in a consolidation phase for almost, I guess, 2 months. Now, when the market is in consolidation in a sideways, now you will not have any sort of trending moves. In this 2 months, I don't think we had a great trending day and all. I'm talking about just Nifty and Bank Nifty. And some stocks, obviously, few stocks were trending. I'm not talking about the individual stocks. I'm talking about the index. Now, in this entire zone is a zone of consolidation. So this is a ranging market. Obviously, you will not have any trending days. Only when this range is getting broken, you will have huge trending days. Now, the moment this range was getting broken, market was off to a flyer. It moved up almost 5% in less than 15 trading sessions. All right, now again, this is another range which got broken because market went up around from this level to this level. It didn't correct at all. It went up around 2% without any corrections for 350 points. And after that, it went into sideways. So this is a bull market correction where the momentum is too strong and it is not even willing to come down for a pullback. There are two kinds of corrections which happen in any market. One is your pullback and the next one is your sideways correction. When the market is too bullish or the stock is too bullish, you will not see this happening. You will only see this happening. So just a sideways correction. So this is a sideways correction and this is the breakout. So after this, you should know that so far, none of the candles have closed above this level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth day you had a bullish candle close above this, then you will definitely have a trending move. The same psychology, you should use it in all the time frames based on which what you are doing.
Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Actually, in 5 minutes, what I've observed is there are a lot of false signals. Like example, you see a shooting star at a very like a supply zone, and you will even see like a follow-up sell-off candle, like a small bearish candle with a decent closing, and then the minute you enter, you just see a strong like a bullish candle which just zooms up without even keeping you allowing you to keep your stop loss. So
okay,
that's
yeah,
the
see,
reason.
these kind of things are very common in Bank Nifty and Nifty.
Okay.
It's just to hunt the weak people's stop losses. Okay, though the persons who are keeping the system stop loss very tightly, they stop. There is always going to be this stop loss hunting. Which will happen. Okay, so now that's why I always tell people to use Dow theory. So let's say you have a resistance zone here. So let's consider it, you have a shooting star. Now you are looking for a short opportunity here. Now, if I have to short it, I have so many confluences with me because the overall trend is bullish. Now I'm planning for a short opportunity, which is against the major trend. Now for that, I need to have so many good confluences. The only confluence which I have is this resistance level and this shooting star. Now this is not enough for me. we trade based on trend lines. Now, when I also have this trend line, now, if I'm going to take a shorting trade here, the stock can come down, take a support here and then shoot up. Now, you cannot argue that I had a shooting star at this resistance and I also had a follow through candle and immediately I saw a bullish candle hitting my stop loss and it started to move up. You cannot argue like this because the overall trend is bullish. Nowhere the previous low has broken. It's still making higher highs and higher lows. So there is no point to take a shorting trade. Now, when do you want to short this? When the first time it is coming down, you just be patient. The next time when it is going up, if it is not able to cross above this resistance, when it is again coming down and breaking below this trend line and also this, for just example, I'm telling you, when
like
this trend line is
okay.
getting broken and this previous low is also getting broken, short it here.
Acha, okay. So even, yeah, I exactly got your point. Like the trend line break is one, so which confirms the lower low formation. And second time when the price attempts to break the supply, you see another wick on top. Even then, sometimes it does happen. So that's something which we cannot avoid. Right? We just have to accept the thing and then move on, right? Like even when you see double tops, even double tops do fail.
See, double top is, see, beginners get it wrong. So what is this?
Needn't be exact also, like a double top will never be exact. It can just be
just tell me what is this pattern.
You call it a double top.
Okay, so I will not call this a double top because I don't see this neckline getting broken.
Okay.
For me to call it as a double top, this neckline has to get broken
and retested and fall down. Okay.
Only then I will call this pattern as a double top. Same way this double bottom also. Right when you see the price making two bottoms, do not be aggressive and call this as a double bottom and take any long trades here. Unless this neckline is getting broken, you will not get any sort of confirmation for this double bottom.
Okay.
All right, because see, this is an uptrend. So can you call this a double top?
No,
definitely
sir,
not, because it can be a sideways range and it can go ahead and break out.
Correct.
This is where people make mistake, and this is a downtrend. In a downtrend, as and when you see this happening, right, immediately people go long here. Do not do that because it can be a sideways correction and the trend will still continue. Now, this is just a sideways correction in a downtrend. You need to get this thing clear.
Correct, sir. Like always wait for the level to be broken and then enter when the low of the breakdown is broken, right? That's what you're trying to say. Like, or the high of the breakout is broken.
Again, this has to get broken with a bearish momentum candle. And then if it is not sustaining, then I'll immediately short it.
Got it. Wait for the confirmation and then use this one. Even in, okay, got it.
Yeah. All right. And one small tip to all intraday bank nifty traders, whenever you have a trend line and you have, let's say you have gone long here. Okay. Now when it is consolidating and when you see a huge bearish candle close, okay, do not panic and exit immediately seeing this huge bearish candle close, particularly when this candle does not have any wick at all. In 5 minutes, if you do not see any sort of wick here and the candle looks too bearish, do not exit your long trade. See if you get a follow through. If you're not getting a follow through and the price immediately goes up, this is a pure stop loss hunting candle. You can also take a contra trade immediately here. This is something which we do often. Taking a trade after a huge bearish candle, which is not able to give any follow through, and the market immediately reverses because this is a stop loss hunting candle. So many people stop loss would get hit. It means market is going to shoot up. Either you can take a new entry here, or if you're already long, do not panic and exit at this level, because if you do not see any sort of follow through, there are high chances that market will reverse again immediately.
Got it, sir. Got it. Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is Nikhil here? Nikhil, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hi, bro. How are you?
Sir, my doubt is in Wipro,
Okay.
last to last month, sir, there is a flag and pole channel pattern, and it broke very nicely, sir. But in retest, it came down in a little bit in the trend line, where my stop loss hit, sir.
Okay.
Can you, sir,
can you
please-
mention the dates or something, bro?
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
And the time
12
frame.
April. Sir. So 1 day, 12 April.
Okay. The date?
12 April, sir. April.
12th April. Okay. Okay. This one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, see, is this the pattern you are talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this stock has given a breakout. All right. Now it
Yes.
went up. Now it has come down for a pullback. Now what is happening in this stock is, this is not a normal pullback candle. This is actually a bearish candle, which is indicating that the stock is facing a decent amount of selling pressure. So there are chances that this pullback might be a bit longer also. Now, what I will advise you to do is, let your stop loss get hit. I will not say that I will not exit at this place. It doesn't make sense, because if you are entering somewhere around here or here, you need to keep your stop loss here only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's something which you cannot avoid. Your stop loss, even if I have traded this, my stop loss will definitely get hit in this candle. Okay, but what I will do is, right when I see the next day candle shooting up and making a good bullish candle above the trend line, I'll go ahead and take the next entry here. Let my stop loss get hit in my previous trade. It's okay, but when the next day market again makes a good bullish momentum candle and closes above this trend line, I'm going to take the next entry.
Okay, sir.
All right, so this is something which no one can avoid. Not every stock you trade will take support exactly at this zone and go up. Some stocks will come down a bit, because again, it can be a stop loss hunting, because everyone will be keeping their stop loss here only. And if you are so rigid, okay, if you're so rigid and let's say adamant that you are not going to exit this, there are chances that it might come down to this level also, and you might be in a big loss. So don't do that. If it is hitting your stop loss, move away. Look for the next entry, which can be taken here.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah.
Sir, and also it is near the results, sir. This happens.
Okay. On these days. Okay. So obviously, yeah, earnings. So obviously you will have some sort of volatility. So normally we will not be trading in those stocks which are declaring their results today, tomorrow. We will try to stay away. Okay, that's why you see this volatility. It's okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have one more doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, that you explain the happiest mind. I had taken the exact entry at the retrace of 5 minutes where you said at 14:20.
Okay.
In 5 minutes, same pattern, sir, same triangle pattern, same there.
Okay.
So now what will be my stop loss, sir? On 18, sir.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. This level. Okay.
At 9:30.
So you had entered around this level, 1420.
Yes, sir.
Now
Hit the retest.
I am just going to this, and for an intraday you are asking, or swing trade?
So swing.
Swing trade. Okay, so now swing trade, I'm not going to look at any 5-minute or 15-minute. I'm just going to focus on 1 hour. So,
Yes, sir.
and Happiest Mind is also not in F&O. So I believe you have taken it in cash, right?
Yes, sir.
So your stop loss should be 1422 is your entry. Okay. Just keep your stop loss below this zone.
1375, sir.
This is 1400. You can keep your stop loss either. If you want to keep it very conservatively, then you should keep it here below this trend line, or if you can handle this stop loss, the best stop loss in this trade would be below this swing low. Yeah, 1375.
Yes, sir.
This is where you will keep your stop loss. And it will pick up momentum when this high is getting broken. You can also add few quantities if you want when this high is broken.
Yes, sir.
And play for this target. All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I ask last one doubt?
Yeah.
Sir, I predict most of the Bank Nifty big swing views like 700 points, 800 points, 2-3 times, sir. But after taking the trade exactly, I cannot hold it, sir. It's like
okay, that's why I told people to use Dow theory. When you are using, see, okay, let me take a 800 point or a 500 point day in Bank Nifty and show you. So see, this is a move of close to, this is a gap up opening. So after that, it went up around 600 points. And for that entire day, it went up around 800 points. Now, when you are trading in options, okay, let's say you got an entry here. For every red candle, don't panic. See, if that's why I told market will not go up like this. Market can only go up like this. Okay, these are the areas where people will panic because these are where you will get red candles, right? So if you are getting a red candle, do not panic unless you see a breakdown of previous low. You need not sell your call option. Now, after this level, I would be exiting because this is a huge bearish candle and I also see a follow through. Now I'll be exiting my trade here. I'll take the next entry when this level is getting broken again. Instead of holding on to this for these many minutes, 2 hours, when the market is consolidating, I'll exit here. But these are the candles which are very weak. These are not bearish candles. You cannot exit your trades in these levels. So you just need to stick to Dow theory. Unless you see any breakdown, you need not exit. This is where you will exit. Always remember the structure whenever you are trading in Bank Nifty or Nifty. You should exit only at this level.
Sir, I entered at on 3 August at 12:15, sir.
Okay.
In 15-minute candle, I enter here, sir.
Okay.
And sir, in lower time frame, I also see 1 minute sometimes. Sir, that confuses me a lot. Yeah,
please, my general advice to all of you here, if you are trading in Bank Nifty or Nifty, please do not watch anything lower than 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes is something which you should follow as an intraday trader, not below that. You cannot capture with 1 minute. Frankly, what you can do, you can just go ahead and scalp few points. That's it. How can you capture 800 points, 600 points based on 1 minute time frame? Even in 5 minutes, it's tough. If you ask me, this entire move can be captured based on 15 minutes easily than 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so generally what I will be doing is I will have both 5 minute and 15 minute time frame for comparison. And sometimes when while capturing these huge moves, I will also look at 15 minute. If the 15 minute also is looking bearish, then I'll exit my trade. So please do not use any 1 minute or 2 minute time frames.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you also use RSI, sir, in any indicators?
No, man. Only for Bank Nifty and Nifty, I'll use the CPR indicator. That too only for just 10% or 15% confirmation, additional confluence. If I have, let's say, this is a support level. Okay.
Yes,
so when the CPR is also here, the daily CPR is also here, then this is a good confluence. So I'll not be worried to take a long position here, because this is also a trend line support, and at this level I'm also having some CPR support. Then I'll take this trade. But if the CPR is here, let's say the CPR is here, what is the use then? Your entry should be here.
Resistance.
Yeah, so your entry should be here. You cannot take a long and fresh trade here because you don't know where to keep your stop loss. So I'll not be using that. So use it.
Okay.
Any indicator, you need to use it very, very lightly. If you are a price action trader, I don't think you need anything more than the trend lines or support resistance lines. Even if you're using something, just I'll be using only for a 10% additional confidence. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in this market, from 4 to 18th, this consolidation is happening. Sir, you traded there very nicely, sir. I seen your Instagram stories.
Okay.
Sir, but
Okay.
in this range market, how will we predict moves like you traded?
See, mostly in the last 1 week or 2 weeks, I had just done scalping trades. Okay. Scalping is where you take a good amount of quantities, capture 30-40 points, then just move out. You're not going to capture around 200 points, 150 points in options when the market is consolidating. You're just going to look for scalping opportunities. I'll go to a 5 minute time frame. Okay. Gandharv, bro, please mute yourself. Okay. So when I have any pattern here, so maybe this is one pattern which I traded recently. This is kind of an ascending triangle where the market has clearly bottomed out and it is making higher lows, if not higher highs, it's just making higher lows. So you call it as an ascending triangle. So every dip towards this trend line is a buying opportunity. All right, now it is already 325. So if you have bought it somewhere here at the trend line and also based on the candlestick rejection, this is a long wick rejection candle. If you are buying it here, so when the first target gets hit, I'll just close my trade. So this trade in Bank Nifty would be around 110 points, just 110 points. But if you take an in the money option, I'm sure you will get at least 25 to 30 points. On the least I'm talking about, 30 points you will get easily here. So this is what we will be doing. These are scalping trades.
Okay, sir.
Because it's already 3 o'clock, right? So right when I'll not even hold on to my trade till this level, I'll just close my trade at this point when the target is getting hit, because it's already 3.35.
Yes, sir.
I'll not, frankly, who will expect a breakout here after
Yes,
so I'll just exit when my target is getting hit. So in this move itself, I'll be easily capturing 30 points.
Sure, sir.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That's all.
Yeah.
Very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Is Akshat bro here? Akshat bro? I don't think he's here. Suraj bro? Are you here, bro? Suraj bro, I can see your name. Can you please unmute and speak? Are you here? Okay. Arshan bro? Is Arshan here? Arshan is also not here. Okay, bad luck. Ajay Shinde bro? I don't think he is also here. Okay. Okay. John bro? You can see your name. Are you available? Kindly unmute and speak. John bro?
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. A bit noisy.
Yes, sir, I am in train.
Okay.
Sir, I have seen that you usually enter the bottom channel pattern and other similar patterns.
Okay.
So can you tell me what are the things that you look for, or how do you predict that the stock will move from that particular level?
Okay, yeah, it's depending on the previous times. Let's say, so I'll take a TCS also for an example. So this is the pattern we had in TCS. So now we'll discuss 2 or 3 patterns and we'll analyze on them. So when I have TCS trading at this level, let's say TCS is trading around this level. Now I'll go ahead and draw this pattern. Now, the previous time TCS has taken a support here once, second time, let's consider this third. So already TCS has taken support here thrice and the stock has reversed. So this is a trend line which TCS has been following. So when the next time TCS comes here, right at this level, sometimes I will not be entering because price action will work only like this. So just note the difference between this structure and this one. Can you spot and tell me the difference between both of these?
So it followed the Dow theory.
Like
And kind of consolidated as well, like just
Yeah.
not key touch and go.
Yeah, very good. So the main difference between both of these structures, both are at the support. Both have reversed from the support, but the difference between this part and this part is it is moving up after a consolidation, but this consolidation is not here. Most of the times, I would say 90% of the times, you will get this consolidation. I will not be entering into any stock before it is consolidating at the support. That would be like catching a falling knife. You can do that in Bank Nifty intraday trades based on 5 minutes because you will not have good momentum. But even in Bank Nifty, I advise people to follow this double bottom or higher low structure at the trend line. If you have a trend line, do not enter at the first bounce. That will most likely get sold into. And when the price is forming a double bottom or a higher low, then you can enter into it. Now, the same way, TCS also, let's say, what would have happened if you had entered into TCS? You would have still made money. Okay, you would have still made money because the stock went up. So from this level, it went up. But the thing is, compared to you who would have entered at this level on May 3rd, if someone is entering into TCS on May 14th, he would save around 18 days of time. Now, this is very important for a trader. You are not doing any investing where you invest into a particular stock and you forget about it for 1 or 2 months. Particularly when you are a derivatives trader, you should always have time in your mind. Whether do I have enough time till expiry? I cannot sit into a TCS if it is consolidating here. Just a sideways movement. I cannot just hold on to it, because there will be so many other stocks which will be trending. If my capital is getting locked here, then it's not a very good trade. Now, what you should do is wait for it to consolidate. Now enter here, or you are again getting an entry here, but this is not sure. You can enter at this double bottom level. Then you will see the stock giving you good moves immediately. If you are entering here, even then you will be able to capture this move, but you are going to sit with no profit or no loss for almost 15-16 days. This is one example in TCS. If you are taking let me show you some other example also. This is something I recently traded. Okay. Now, I had this pattern in Dr. Reddy. So this pattern has been shared in the community right when Dr. Reddy was trading at this level. Okay. So what people did here was, few people could not wait, hold on. They immediately entered here, thinking that Dr. Reddy is going to go. Okay. Now, those people had to sit on the sidelines for almost 7 days without any sort of gains, because even if it went during the time it went up, frankly, no one is going to book the profits because everyone is going to wait for at least this target or this trendline target. So that is also getting sold into. Your entire profits will be getting sold into. And again, it is going to start from zero. Now my entry was here. All right, now I had saved around 5 days. Not that he is losing money. I'm not talking about that, but you are saving almost 5 days. That is very important. Now there are also people who entered into Dr. Reddy after this trendline breakout. When this Dow, according to Dow theory, this previous high was also getting broken. This trend line was also getting broken. There were people who were trading Dr. Reddy here. I would call this as a better entry than me, because in the next 2-3 days, they have made 5%. I am making around 5% in 7 days. In just 2-3 days, they are making this 5%. So always understand one thing. Whenever you are entering at the support level, those are my kind of entries where we will catch the bottoms. So whenever you take entries at the support level, it is not going to fly up immediately. Remember that always. Trending moves will happen only after a consolidation. After this high is broken only, you will see the stock trending. Until then, the stock will just go into sideways, like what happened in TCS. Recently, what happened in TCS? This was a pattern in daily time frame which got broken. And after that, TCS shot up. So now if you are someone who is entering here or here, then obviously you are going to hold on for a few more days than the people who had bought it here. The risk reward wise, if you ask me which is very good, obviously this is very good because this has the least risk. But if you are entering here and the stock is coming down again, then you are going to be in loss and you are going to hold on with loss. So remember this always, by entering at the support, you are not going to get a very trending move immediately. There is always going to be some consolidation before the trending move starts. And whether should you enter at the support or not, that is depending on whether your trend line is appropriate, you have drawn a very good trend line, and the overall trend of that particular stock, is it bullish? Is the stock, is the major trend of the stock? That is very important. In 1 hour, what is the trend? Everything is important. And the last but not the least, I would say the candlestick analysis is very crucial. If I see some huge bearish candles continuously at the support, or while it is coming down to the support, I am getting huge bearish candles instead of these small candles. If I'm getting something like that, huge bearish candles, I would say this is actually a bearish momentum in TCS. It has held on to this, but it is actually a bearish momentum. So in these cases, I would prefer to enter here because after this trend line breakout is where TCS will give a good momentum. Because see, even if you had entered here, what if the stock comes down to this level and trades like this and then shoots up? This can also happen, right? The consolidation could have happened for even a few more days. So if you are having some trend line like this, then you can trade it after this breakout, a small trend line within the major pattern. Understood, bro? I guess it's John.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, one more doubt. It's not a doubt actually. Can you do an analysis on the stock SPIC?
SPIC, SPIC.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
It is on. It's in a monthly. I took an entry after that breakout, and now it's very close to my stop.
Okay, see, SPIC, I have drawn this way long back in SPIC. It is not something I used to track often, SPIC. So this is the pattern in SPIC. So this is a monthly pattern. Okay, now so far none of the monthly candles have given a breakout in SPIC, but recently that happened. You saw a huge monthly candle breakout here in SPIC. Now, what is happening? All your mid caps and small caps, everything are into correction mode. So maybe because of that, even this stock didn't sustain this breakout and it is coming down. Now, if you ask me where should you keep your stop loss, you can keep it below this level. If this entire candle, this huge bullish candle, if this entire candle low is taken, you should exit your trade here around 42, 43 level. You can keep your stop loss and you should exit your trade if you get at least a bearish weekly candle close. Or in daily, if it is continuing to fall below 42, then also you should exit. But if it is just hovering around this level in weekly, you can wait for a weekly bearish close below this zone and then exit, because this pattern has been drawn in monthly time frame. What is your entry here?
Sir, I think it's close to 62, 53.
52, 53 is fine. Okay, it's just 2-3 points down. You just keep your stop loss around 43 and hold on.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, one
Yeah.
when you look at the volume of that SPIC stock, it has gained massively in the last few weeks. Do you think it's kind of like a track?
See, I'm not someone who tracks these volumes. For me, the candlestick momentum will tell me about the volumes, whether it is huge or not. So this is a bearish candle. So if I'm taking a volume indicator, so the breakout handles indeed have huge volumes than the ones which are coming down for a pullback. So the last week's candle, even though it looks bearish, the volume is very less. Okay, so I'm not someone who gives so much importance to this volume. I'll just follow the price action. For me, this level should not get broken. 43, 42 level should not be getting broken. As long as this holds, you can hold on to this stock.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Is Nikhil bro here?
Sir, I cleared my doubt, sir. Sir, I asked question.
Okay, man. Sorry. Yeah, I remember. Thank you. I don't think Disha is here. Okay, Gandharv bro, you are here, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So how to determine the target?
Determine the target. Okay, so
Yes.
okay, let me discuss it with a few examples itself. If you have any specific stocks, you can mention them, or
Muthoot Finance.
Sorry?
Muthoot Finance.
Muthoot Finance. Okay. See, this is the pattern which I have in Muthoot Finance. Now, let's say you have entered here, or you have entered here based on the thing I taught you now. This is the double bottom happening at the trend line. So you can enter here, or if you want to be very conservative, you can enter after this breakout here, keeping your stop loss here, or you can enter here also. It gave another entry here. This is the breakout pullback trade. Let's say you have entered here.
Okay.
Now, it depends on whether you are doing swing trade or intraday trade.
Yes.
Let's assume you are doing swing trade.
Swing trade.
Okay. Now, the first target is obviously going to be this level, because this is just by using support resistance concept. The stock has taken resistance multiple times here. So if you are entering here, this is my first target. Okay. Now I'll wait and see if this is getting broken. If this is broken, now the next target I'll be placing is the next resistance. So the major resistance. So I see a resistance building up somewhere here. Once, twice. This is a bunch of candles again. So almost at this level, it hit this target and then it again came down. Now this was also getting broken. Now this is your target, second target, which was again getting broken with the good bullish momentum candle. This is your final target, the trend line based on the trend line resistance. So far we have just placed the targets based on horizontal resistance level. This is the final target based on trend line resistance. When that is also getting broken, then I believe it is an uncharted territory. So it went up. So again, until it makes newer resistance level, you cannot use your support resistance until then. If a stock is in uncharted territory, so it becomes little difficult to draw a support resistance zone because it will not be available. So you can use a Fibonacci extension for a target. So where we will be using it is, you should have a clear swing high and a swing low. If this is a price action, you take a Fibonacci extension from this and drop it here. Now these will be your targets. 618, 1, 2, all these levels will be your target. So it will help you to fix targets, particularly when a stock is in uncharted territory.
So please repeat this.
See, this is a Fibonacci, trend-based Fibonacci extension tool, which is used to define the targets. Okay, I would not say it will be 100% accurate, but you can use it limitedly. So when you have a clear swing low and a swing high, and the stock is coming down for a pullback, now you are going to take all of these 3 points for consideration. Go to this Fibonacci trend-based extension tool, start it here, click on this point, drag it and drop it at this low. Now you will have certain levels, which are your targets. So the first target would be this 0.618. The second target can be this 0.786. All the levels mentioned here are your targets. If the stock is able to break above each of these, then the next target will be achieved. So one, this is an important level. 1830 is the target. When this is broken, the next target is going to be this one. So if it is in a downtrend, what you will do? If this is happening in a downtrend, then again you need to go and take this Fibonacci extension. The same thing. So now this is your target, first target, this is your second target. Which means you are expecting the stock to come down to this level. First target, second target. This can be useful whenever the stock is in uncharted territory. Other than that, you need not use these things. You can just stick to your Dow theory, previous high, and also your horizontal support resistance zones. Got it, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt? Any other doubt?
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
One more question.
Tell me.
As you said that the price should break the previous high. If the price breaks the previous high and it is closing above that consolidation phase, so is that the only defining factor that we should anticipate?
I'm not able to hear you properly. Can you be a bit clear and louder?
Is it better now?
Yeah, tell me.
I'm saying, as you have mentioned earlier, the price should close above the consolidation phase.
Okay.
It should break the previous high. When to say, like, is that the only consideration one should think of? And
Yeah. I'll only
to a
follow
buy
that
trade.
because this is the previous, say, let's take the same Muthoot Finance. This is the previous high breakout with a good bullish momentum candle. I'll only consider this. This is a range breakout, right? So apart from this, I don't think you need something else to additionally give you some more confirmation.
Because sometime when what happens is that the stock price will be tested, it comes back to the again back to that consolidation phase. I mean, like we should hold our trade with conviction once it breaks the important level or some kind of consolidation. I think that should be the
See, that is okay. So what you're asking is, after you have entered here, if the stock is again coming back into this zone, should I hold on? Right. So to avoid this, most of the times, see, frankly, in my trading career, I would have taken just 2 out of 10 trades like this at this level. Most 8 out of 10 trades, I would be doing this just to avoid all of what you had mentioned now. Okay, for me, I try to capture the bottoms so that my risk becomes very small. Even the 2 trades which I have taken here, my stop loss is not here. Instead, I will keep my stop loss only here. Just because I have entered here, I won't keep my stop loss very tightly here, because the stock on any day, what it can do is it can come down, make a higher low and still go up, because see, it is consolidating in this fashion. Now this range has been broken. It's not a condition that the stock should take a support here. It can also come down, okay, make a higher low and then reverse. So for this reason, I won't be keeping my stop loss here. If I'm going for this breakout trade, I'll only have my stop loss below this trend line. If I'm not comfortable doing this, then I'll not take this entry. I'll prefer this entry at the support. If you're not comfortable to take this entry, avoid it.
You will also wait for the retest.
You can wait for this retest. So this is a breakout. See, we have taken this trade in Muthoot Finance on this day because we didn't know that. Frankly, I didn't track Muthoot Finance. This was a Friday, I believe. May 14th was a Friday, I guess. Yeah, 14th and 17th. So this was a Friday. On this day only, on Sunday only, I was seeing Muthoot Finance, and we couldn't enter into Muthoot Finance here or here because on this day we hadn't tracked Muthoot Finance. Sunday was the day where I drew this pattern, and on Monday itself it gave a good move. So as I told you, we will not be entering into Muthoot Finance here because our risk is going to be huge. This is around 5%. Who will enter into a trade with 5% risk in F&O? I will not do that. Even though my reward is going to be huge, I will not risk my 5% here. So this is a complete miss from my side. Got it, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Is Jeeson bro here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, sir. So, my question was, suppose we follow a stock on a daily time frame. So, while taking an entry on the 5-minute time frame, like, should we consider if the price is at the bottom of the daily trend line? So, and we find something like a double bottom structure near the trend line on a 5-minute time frame.
Okay.
So, is it reliable?
Yeah, so we will consider the same example in this structure. I'll go into a 5-minute. You are asking it from an intraday perspective?
Yeah. from
Okay.
intraday perspective.
Intraday perspective. See,
Yeah.
the thing which I taught you now, follow this carefully. The thing which we discussed now.
Okay.
This entire structure is going to happen in all the time frames. Remember this. Now, if I have a daily pattern here, and this is happening in daily structure, in daily time frame, the stock will bounce back for 2-3 days, make good bullish candles. And in daily time frames, again, you will have some pullback candles. Again, it will shoot up. This is happening in daily. Now, let me take this level separately, this range alone separately. This is the swing I have taken. Now, if I go into 15-minute time frame, from daily, I have moved into 15-minute. So in 15-minute, do you think a 15-minute candle would have come down and immediately it would have reversed like this?
No.
No. So what will happen in 15-minute? So in 15-minute also, you will have this structure.
Okay.
Okay. So this entire range structure will be looking like this in 15-minute.
Okay.
You got it? Now,
Yeah.
if you are an intraday trader, if you are trading based on 15-minute or 5-minute, this 15-minute double bottom, you can go ahead and trade for just for intraday. For swing traders, I would advise you to follow daily time frame double bottom. Because in this level itself, see, the stock would be up around 2-3%, frankly. I'll go to daily time frame and show you. The first bounce itself will give you around 2%. See, this is almost 7%.
Oh.
In a TCS, this is around 4%. So these are the bounces which I am talking about. Now, within this 4%, you have a trend line here. You had a trend line here. And at this trend line, now you are an intraday trader. Now I am going to 5-minute time frame. So this is how it looks in 5-minute. So if you want to take a trade here in 5-minute at the very first fall, I would not advise you to do this because I had told you at least wait for a double bottom structure to form. Make sure there is enough momentum because this would be like catching a falling knife. Huge bearishness coming into this trend line. So this is the first bounce. Now after that, it is just consolidating. You are not getting any good entries at all. So there is no point of taking any trades here. So if I move on again, the next time it came down. Now it is forming a base, a clear sign base. Now you just draw a range here and trade this breakout.
Okay. And so I had one more question. While drawing trend lines, do we need to consider the wicks?
Okay. See, another common question. So I have drawn this trend line now. So I'll again draw it. I'll just draw this trend line like this. I'm not focusing on so many things. I have just drawn it within a split second. So what I have done here, I have ignored the small body and the wick. I have taken the wick here, again the wick here, again the wick. I have also ignored a small portion of this candle's body. But still this trend line is perfect because the only thing which you want to give importance is the number of reversals a particular trend line is giving you. Okay, you are not going to focus on whether it is touching this low of the wick or the body of the candle. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Thing you should make sure is you should be able to get more number of touches from a particular trend line.
Okay. And so, is it like if a trend line has 3 touches or 4 touches, does it become weak, or it is more reliable?
It is
Somewhat
more
like
reliable, I would say. It is more reliable, and it depends on the trend. See, your question is to be approached in 2 different ways. See, in this case, if TCS is testing this trend line multiple times, I would say this resistance trend line is becoming weaker.
Okay.
But when in this support trend line, it is also being touched 4 times. But if you ask me, this is more reliable. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Because the overall trend of TCS is uptrend. Okay. Now the stock is perfectly taking support here. Now this is more reliable, and this is getting weaker, I would say, because I am not someone who is looking for any shorting opportunities here. Because the overall trend in TCS is uptrend. We will not be shorting TCS, even though it is a resistance. So it depends on the trend.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
And so if we have a symmetrical triangle.
Okay.
So should we wait for the previous swing to be broken, or just on the break of the trend line?
Okay. Let me take some symmetrical triangles if I have something, and I'll explain you.
Because I have faced a lot of mistakes while trading symmetrical triangles.
Okay. So this is a symmetrical triangle. Okay. So what is your question here?
So if it should we enter a trade when the whether the previous swing has broken, or just on the break of the trend line?
Okay. So you are asking me, like, if it is breaking out here, should I wait for this level also to get broken?
Yeah.
Okay. So frankly, a triangle shouldn't be traded that way, because this would be a trade which support resistance traders take. Okay. We are price action traders. We are not support resistance traders, where we focus on trend. We give more importance to trend line more than the support resistance zones. So I would be entering here instead of waiting for this level to break. But to be very frank, the momentum will kick in after this is also getting broken. The only reason I'm not entering here is because my risk is going to be huge.
Okay. Because most of the times what happens is it breaks the triangle, but then the stock completely goes into sideways in that zone of the resistance triangle.
Okay, yeah, because this is a resistance zone. So market, even after breaking out from this level, it can go into sideways, taking resistance from this, and you will see it picking up momentum after this breakout. Okay, so see, not every stock will shoot up right after you enter after a breakout. Remember this. Asian Paints recently is one classical example. So many people have been texting me, even from my community, because they have entered here. I hope if you had followed me on Insta, I had posted this chart about Asian Paints. So Asian Paints is something which didn't shoot up right after the breakout.
Yeah.
I hope this is similar to your question.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. See, it took resistance from this level. Now it gave a pullback to this zone, trend line, and then it shot up. Now, if you ask me, should I enter here or here or here, I would say you should have entered either here or here. Only if you had missed this entry, then you should prefer this entry, or else this is a proper breakout which happened in Asian Paints. You should have entered here, because this is a bullish candle. For the very first time, this trend line was broken.
Okay. So what would be the stop loss in that case if we take an entry
below this trend line, below this level, below this trend line. Because the stock, see, the stock is still trading above this trend line, right?
Yeah.
So your stop loss should be at this level.
Okay.
So
So,
if you are not comfortable, then so few people weren't comfortable to take this entry because it is at right at this resistance level. Those people happily took the entry here after the pullback.
so it's much preferable to take an entry on the retest of the trend line.
It depends on the risk reward ratio, because if a particular candle is closing far away from the trend line, then obviously you should wait for a pullback towards the trend line.
Okay.
Because if you cannot go ahead and enter here, because your risk is going to be very huge.
Sir, what confirmation is sure that the price will go up after breaking the trend line?
Sorry.
I'm saying the price will go up after breaking the trend line. This thing is for sure.
I'm not. Can you type it in the chat box, bro? Your voice is not.
Okay.
Jeeson, bro, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, I have one final question, sir. Like, how do we do the multi-time frame analysis, sir?
Multi-time frame analysis. Okay. See, let me take a Dr. Reddy. So I have drawn this pattern in daily time frame in Dr. Reddy. So this is the pattern which I have drawn in daily time frame. Now to do a multi-time frame analysis, so I would let me go into a 1 hour. In daily, the stock is it actually came into a downtrend here because the previous low was broken, and after that again the previous high got broken. So in Dow theory, the logic is in a downtrend, the stock will be continuing to form lower highs and lower lows. Right when you see the previous high getting broken, the stock will reverse its trend.
So it seems to be more like an Elliott wave theory. The waves in...
No, man, I'm not into those things. I just know about this Dow theory.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so
yeah,
the previous high breakout is where you will get a confirmation for a uptrend. So it reverses its trends. So Dr. Reddy was in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. So this is the daily time frame analysis. In 1 hour, again, nothing is going to change much. So I'm focusing on this part to take an entry. So in 1 hour, again, I'm having the same pattern here. Now, what I will do is I will look to draw some trend lines if it is possible. That is the only thing I will do. If I'm able to draw a trend line here so that I can wait for a breakout above this trend line and take an entry so that I'll have momentum in my favor. For that purpose, I'll go into 15-minute or 1 hour. So if I go to 15-minute, so in 15-minute, what is happening? The previous high has been broken here.
Okay.
So it is giving me a confirmation that it is going to be bullish. Also, there is a breakout of this trend line. So this is how you do multi-time frame analysis.
Okay. So in most of the cases I have seen, if a descending triangle is formed at the support, it mostly takes a reversal from there.
See,
whereas it's a continuation pattern, right?
Descending triangles, ascending triangles, I just trade them as triangles. I don't follow that descending triangle should always give a breakdown or ascending triangle should always give a breakout. There is no such rule.
Okay.
It's only the textbook.
So we can take the trade on either side of the breakout, right?
Yeah, you can very well do that. I can show you multiple descending triangle patterns which have broken out actually. So this is the overall structure. This is a descending triangle, right?
Yeah.
This is a descending triangle. So it perfectly gave a breakout on the upside. So there is no such rule that descending triangle should always break down.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So price will go up after breaking the trend line. That thing is for sure. Yeah, bro. So if you have a good understanding of price action, then you will have to trust it. Price should go up after breaking the trend line. So even after having everything, if you are still skeptical that price can come down, or what if it comes down, it can come down also. There is no 100% rule that after shooting up. So if your Asian markets or global markets are bearish, then this breakout can turn to be a false breakout. There is
False
always
breakout.
this
Okay.
risk involved in trading. You cannot avoid it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Pradeep Kumar, bro, are you here?
Yes, bro. I'm here. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you. Hi.
Hi. So just one doubt. I'm not sure if it is discussed already because I wasn't available.
Okay.
So when we are drawing patterns, I usually prefer daily time frame, but sometimes it doesn't work as expected. And then when I see 1 hour, I check 1 hour only when it doesn't work out. Actually, unfortunately, I got used to it. So when I checked in 1 hour, I find that it is actually a false breakout, or it's actually a red candle that is breaking out. So,
okay, yeah. So this is kind of the first question which was asked regarding the false breakouts thing. Okay.
So I just want to know if we are drawing a pattern, like say channel pattern. So should I check daily, weekly, or I should check like smaller time frames like 1 hour or 4 hours also?
Okay, so you are asking it from a swing trader perspective or intraday perspective?
No, not intraday, swing trade.
Swing trading. So the time frames which I'll advise you to use for swing trading is, for drawing the patterns, you can use, for drawing the trend lines and patterns, you can use daily and 1 hour. I don't use anything other than this. Sometimes weekly if I have any pattern in weekly. Other than that, you can draw your patterns and trend lines in daily time frame or 1 hour. And after that, your entries and exits for swing trades can be based on 1 hour or sometimes 15 minutes.
Okay.
So what I will do is I'll enter based on 15 minutes to get the precise entry, but my exits will always be based on 1 hour candles for swing trades. Now, if you have a, so this was discussed earlier, if you have drawn a pattern like this in daily, so now you are going for a breakout trade. So a 1 hour candle with bullish momentum should close above this trend line. Then you can consider this entry. Or if you want to be very safe, then you can wait for a daily candle close.
Got it.
You cannot draw this pattern in daily or 1 hour and go ahead and trade it based on a 5-minute time frame.
Got it. Okay.
Got it, bro?
Yes. One more doubt. So comparing to these support and resistance and triangle pattern, how powerful is VCP and cup and handle pattern?
How powerful is, sorry?
VCP and cup and handle.
Okay, I don't use any of that. I just use this triangle pattern and channel pattern. I don't trade based on any other pattern. I don't use this inverted head and shoulders, cup and handle, cup and saucer. All those patterns I don't trade. I just trade based on these two patterns. And this can be in multiple forms. Like A falling wedge is also something which I do trade. This comes under the channel. Okay, so a channel always need not be just parallel channel. You can also have something like a broadening channel like this. This is also a channel. This is not parallel, but still a channel. So now we can have something like this, which is a falling wedge. So these are the patterns which I trade. I don't trade anything other than this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Paras, bro, are you here? Yeah. Paras Ratan Sharma.
Hello, hi bro, how are you?
Hi bro, how are you? I'm fine. Yeah.
Very good. I want to ask you that whenever can you look at the chart of Dr. Reddy once again?
Okay.
So there's a in daily or weekly time frame.
Yeah, bro. Just hold on.
Sure.
Yeah, tell me. In daily. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On 23rd March 2020, from that point, it is making a trend line, and there has been 3 touches from there. 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
23rd March 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. Something like, okay, from this level.
Yeah. Towards the upside.
To the current level or?
Yeah, current level. So, a few days back, 2 to few days back, near 29th of July. Yeah, I took a trade. I went long in this trade. So is it a right trend line or is it very steep?
No, bro, I wouldn't call this as a proper trend line because you hardly have more than 3 reversals happening here. So this is not something you can trade, because for a trend line, the most important thing is the number of reversals.
Okay.
So from this point, if you take a trend line, you are missing out on almost 1 year of price action.
Okay.
You get it? So I would not advise you to do that. Instead, you can look for number of reversals close by. Now this is a trend line.
Okay.
I'm getting around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th time it broke down.
Yeah.
So this is something you want to do, not something like this. A huge gap, and the third reversal hasn't happened at all.
Yeah, actually the price had consolidating near that zone, and according to the Dow theory, I went long with the positive divergence too. So the confluence, but
okay, see there were so many people coming out with charts in Dr. Reddy with support resistance zones in our community also. The only thing I told to them was avoid something like a Dr. Reddy for long positions, because after such a huge bearishness, the stock, even though if it is giving you bounce, it won't go up like this. It would take months for stocks like Dr. Reddy, Lupin, Aro Pharma, anything in pharma, the large caps, Lupin, not Sun Pharma, Aro Pharma, Dr. Reddy, which have fallen a lot in the last few weeks. They would not break above this level or even this level anytime sooner.
Okay,
Because there
so
is
the
huge.
price was consolidating for more than 11 days there. So I thought it was a nice consolidation too. So why not?
It didn't even give you a 50% pullback. So now you cannot call this as a consolidation. It is,
Okay.
first of all, it didn't respect this Dow theory also. It is just this first bounce you are considering it as a trend reversal. This is your first mistake. So if this has happened, then at least you can take a trade here. At least there will be some sort of momentum.
Okay.
Now this is something which will happen because stock cannot keep on falling like this. It will go up a bit. And again, the major trend will again continue.
Got it.
Okay, bro.
So basically, my questions are already answered. But the major question is, what is your permanent watch list? So you only trade the F&O stocks or what?
Okay, so by the end of today's session, I'll just share my watch list with you guys. I have a future F&O stock list of around 128 stocks, 128, and I have a cash stocks watch list of 145. So I can share this list with you in the group. You can import it.
Yeah, definitely. It will be very helpful.
Yeah, so I do trade in cash stocks also. So for that, I have a list here.
Okay.
And for F&O,
Yeah, you
I
posted a
have another.
Keshav stock recently.
Sorry, come again.
I said that you posted a chart of Keshav recently, but it is now falling and falling.
Yeah, I have
What is the
posted
reason
so
behind it?
many cash stocks. So I do trade in cash as well. So I have a separate list for that.
Got it. So even after a stock breaking out, what makes you avoid that breakout?
The risk reward ratio, maybe.
Okay, or even if the RR is also fine, are there any points that a trader should avoid in the breakout trading or something like that?
More than the risk reward ratio, I don't think there is something very important, bro. So if everything is giving you good confidence, the candlestick momentum is fine, you have a breakout in higher time frames, the RR is fine, then I don't think you should avoid that trade.
Okay, so even after this major sector of the stock is falling, can we go long or we have to respect that?
Okay, so now this is a different question because the market breadth and that particular sector breadth is indeed important.
Yeah, well, there it is somewhat linked, right? If the stock is breaking out, but stock the sector is not working or moving the same direction, something's to be avoided after the breakout.
I would be a little skeptical, but if it is very strong, see, we recently traded in a mind tree.
Okay. You traded Bharti Airtel too, right? A few days back.
Yeah, personally, I didn't trade, but it was shared in the community. I didn't trade in Bharti Airtel. 1 second, I'll go to Bharti as well. So this is mind tree, which we traded. So this stock gave a breakout on 17th of August. Okay. Now, before this breakout, if you go and observe this CNX IT chart or even a TCS
it was
or
also near to the breakout zone only.
See, this was CNX IT's chart on 17. But if you see a TCS or a Wipro or any other large caps, everything had already rallied before that.
Yeah.
Okay, but Mindtree was yet to give a breakout. So just because CNX IT is trading at the topmost point, I will not be avoiding this trade in Mindtree because this is a perfect breakout with a strong bullish momentum candle. So you should enter here.
Okay. So where should be the SL? Just
you can keep it below this candle if you can handle this, or whenever we have a huge bullish momentum candle, we follow this 50% rule. We keep a stop loss below 50% of that huge bullish candle based on a candle close. Not that this wick should not hit your stop loss.
Just like McDowell, there was a nice structure making in McDowell, and yesterday, 2 days back, it went up like rocket.
See, McDowell is one stock which had given a breakout already, and it was testing the patience of so many people. So, see, I'll show you the structure in McDowell. So this is a monthly pattern in McDowell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
now if I go to daily.
Yeah.
Okay. So it kind of tried to break out this level.
Twice.
It couldn't, but it took support at this level, around 630, 640 level. It took support and it shot up.
Yes.
So when you have like you were not aware of this and you are only coming back to McDowell on this day after seeing a huge move, then frankly you will miss it. So the thing you can do is wait for a pullback towards this level, then only you can catch this.
And near the trend line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, bro?
Maybe. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bro, this is Pradeep again, like from the previous thing. Just missed to ask one doubt. Shall I ask now?
Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
So when we are trying to draw a pattern, either like channel pattern or a triangle pattern, so how many candles wick, or I mean, how many candles should touch the line to consider it as a valid pattern?
3, bro. 3 or more. See, I see if this question was asked in a different way. Like, should I consider a wick of the candle or a body of the candle while drawing a trend line? So my answer was just focus on the number of touches you are getting out of a particular trend line. Here I am not connecting any sort of body. I'm just connecting this wick, the top of the wick here. Now, if I'm going to drag it downwards, then I'm missing out on this entire move. So for that reason, I'm doing it like this.
Okay.
So it makes it should look sensible. Also, you should get more number of touches. So in this case, I have connected a body here, this candle's body, but this wick is out of the trend line. It's okay. But by doing this, I'm getting a proper trend line with more number of touches. So here I would have connected a body, but here just the wick, small part of the wick is also trading below. It's fine. As long as you get more number of touches, it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay. We'll move ahead. Okay, it's Gaurav, bro.
Yes, hello, sir.
Hi, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I already cleared all the doubts. I'm find difficulty in exiting the trade that you shared about the Dow theory.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah. So if you have the same doubts, then you can do it like him, because if I had already answered your queries, you need not ask it again. Yeah. Thank you. Baasha, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, bro.
Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, bro. It's audible. Yeah.
Sir, I have a couple of questions. Sir, I generally trade on 15 minutes time frame. Generally, I will focus on breakout patterns. Example like a head and shoulders, cup handle, or triangle breakout, sideways, or range breakout. So my question is, in Nifty, there are some hundreds and thousands of stocks. Is there any easy way for me to track which are forming my these set of patterns? Like I cannot daily, I cannot go through hundreds of stocks to identify which in the past 2-3 days which one is forming. Is there any easy way for me to track?
No, bro. Frankly, I don't know about that actually. So personally, you should spend some time tracking all this, because what I do is generally, see, I have a list of around adding both of this 145 and 130, it's around 275 stocks. Okay, so in these 275 stocks, it's not like I will be tracking them every day. I will not be analyzing each of these 250, 275 stocks every single day. What I will do is over the weekends, during Saturdays and Sundays, I will spend some 4 or 5 hours on the charts. I will analyze each and every stock. And most of the time, if I have drawn a pattern here, see this triangle pattern in McDowell was drawn by me before 3 months, right? When 3 to 4 or 5 months back, right? When McDowell was trading at this level itself, I had this pattern. So there is nothing more I can do in McDowell after drawing a pattern in a higher time frame. So I will not go ahead and do, if I'm not finding any good trend line or any pattern here, I will not waste much time on this chart. I'll just keep this same pattern intact, and I'll switch over to the next one. So I'll hardly, it will hardly take around 3 to 4 hours for me to complete the entire 250 stocks. From that 250, I'll take around 7 to 8 stocks for the next week's or next month's trading. I would say next week, next 2 weeks. Okay, for the next 2 weeks, I would have around 7 to 8 stocks in my watch list from the entire 250 stocks. So it needs a lot of time to sit and scan those stocks for patterns. So when I have a triangle pattern or a channel pattern, I'll look at the previous trend of the stock, how it is looking in multiple time frames. So after accounting all of this, I'll have around 7-8 stocks. Those 7-8 stocks, I'll keep tracking them every single day. For the entire week, those 7-8 stocks alone, I'll keep tracking them for the entire week or 10 days. From that, if I am getting any breakouts, if I'm getting a good entry, I'll be entering there. So I don't think you have any shortcut to give you stocks for which have broken out from a cup and handle or a inverted head and shoulder. Frankly, I am not aware of those things. I don't follow any shortcut here. So I do spend a lot of time analyzing. So I don't know if I'm the right person to answer that. I am not aware of any of that.
No, I understand, sir. Thank you for sharing your knowledge on that. Second thing, sir, Dow theory, you have guided us how to book the profits, like higher low when it is breaking. We can consider it like stop loss. We can be adjusting appropriately whenever one higher low is breaking in the uptrend. I'm saying. So
okay.
My question is, example, I have taken entry at the starting point. After taking entry, 1,000 stocks were there in my thing, and going further on the first profit has hit, second profit has hit, like that 4-5 profits were hitting according to the Dow theory. Is yeah, do we have to follow any procedure like after hitting like second target or third target, we have to cash like 50% of the stocks which we have already, which we have bought at the first entry, so that our profit will be intact? Is there any how to make?
Yeah, good question. See, you need to make sure that you are booking your profit. See, in the market, you are not trading or investing just to get your analysis right. End of the day, it's about making money. Okay, you can be very wrong in your analysis, but still make money out of that trade. Okay, you can be very much right about your analysis and still lose in that particular trade. So end of the day, it's about making money in this business. Okay, now if you are someone who is just holding on to something, let's say from point A to point B, this is from 100 rupees. Your target is 200 rupees. Now you are holding on to it. It has reached around 160 rupees. Now, if you are someone who is so rigid that I would exit this trade only when my stock is hitting this 200, it's okay. Okay, because if you had exited earlier at 110 or 120, you wouldn't be sitting with a profit of 60 points now.
Okay, sir.
Only since you have held on to this for this long, you are sitting in a profit of around 60 points. So it's okay to wait for the next 40 points. But what you should do is also make sure you are exiting, you are booking few quantities at least. It's always important to book your profits and also to trail your stop loss. You cannot have, see, initially you would have entered at 100 rupees with the stop loss at 90. You cannot have the same 90 as your stop loss when your stock is trading at 160. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
So you should watch Dow theory, place your stop loss near previous swing low so that it will be, let's say it's around 140 or 145. Now I am only risking this 15 points for the additional 40 points which may come up in the next few days. I am risking 15 points for the next 40 points. If the stock is going to come down to 145 and go to 140, now I am exiting with a profit of 40 points. If you are so rigid here and you are waiting that no, I'll only exit at 200, then there are chances that you will lose this 40 points also.
True, sir. So while taking the entry, I had like in this example, 1,000 stocks were there. So I should keep on trailing according to the Dow theory till 160, with the assumption like it is not going beyond 160. So somewhere around 140, 150, I could exit with the 1,000 stocks. Not at the point A, which is 120. Where the first target has hit, at least partial stocks.
Partial, yeah. See, if you are holding 1,000 stocks, this is 50% of your target. So at least exit 30% of your quantities when it is above 150. No matter what, you book your profits, you exit a few quantities after 150. Okay, and after that, you use your Dow theory. 160, it has reached 160. So place your stop loss at the previous swing low. Now, when this is broken, exit another 40% of your quantities.
Okay.
You got it, bro?
Yeah, sir. But it looks like I need to get more practice on this thing. So, okay, sir. Finally, regarding Dr. Reddy's lab, 15 minutes chart. In the 15 minutes chart, sir, 18th, like 18th, I wanted to take entry based on the past 3 days. 3 days inverted head and shoulders pattern.
Okay.
Then, yeah, later.
Okay, so like I already told you, I don't trade all these patterns, bro. Inverted head and shoulders. So if something is looking to me as an inverted head and shoulders, I just give importance to this Dow theory, nothing else. So according to Dow theory or support resistance itself, it will tell me that, okay, it is breaking out. I don't consider this inverted head and shoulder or head and shoulders. So because there are, I can show you so many examples where a head and shoulder has been a bullish pattern.
Okay.
So unless it is breaking down, you cannot. That's why I gave an example on this double top also. Unless this neckline is broken, in this case also, unless this neckline is broken, you cannot have a confirmation that it is a head and shoulder.
Okay. And with a proper momentum, closing candle.
Yeah. And the overall trend is again important. Like I told you, on any given day, I will not be taking any long position in Dr. Reddy for few weeks or months also. Dr. Reddy is one of my most favorite stocks, but I haven't traded it after this entry. Okay, that is because it has gone into a downtrend. Your market is in a bullish territory. Dr. Reddy is in downtrend. So I have so many stocks to trade on the long side instead of doing any trades in Dr. Reddy. I'm telling you, I'm not even looking for any short opportunities in Dr. Reddy, even though it is bearish. So now you are asking me if you can take a long position in Dr. Reddy. So that is definitely not advisable. You have so many good stocks to trade.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
It was valuable information which you shared in the past 2.5 years, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was
Thank you.
nice experience.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And Keshav bro, yeah, so he was the first one who joined. So I'll allow him to speak now. Keshav bro, are you here?
Yes, brother.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, bro, go ahead.
Actually, what I have did is, and last 2 days, like I have a list of 200 stocks around, and I have figured out like 13 to 14 stocks. Like every time when I sit, I get 15, 16 stocks like you also did. But I just want to know from you what is the second level of filtering that I can do. If you will allow me, can I share my screen and can I share the stocks?
No, bro, it will take a lot of time. You can just tell me those two stocks name. We can discuss it because it will consume some amount of time.
Okay.
Can you mention those stocks names?
Like first one is Apollo Tyres.
Okay. Okay. What's your pattern here?
Here I have a falling wedge light and double bottom.
Falling wedge from which point, bro?
1 minute, I will tell you the date. Like that green candle from 14th July onwards. 14th July 2021. Next swing high, yes, from here.
Okay.
No, brother. But if you will allow me, just it will take not more time. Can you?
Or you can just share it in the group. Or okay, I will just do it, but it will be taking some time.
One minute, I will share the pic.
Yeah, if you can share it in the group, it's fine.
Yes, I will share. Just give me.
I don't see any.
1 minute, I am sending this.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this trend line. Okay, so what's your doubt here?
Actually, doubt. I don't have a specific doubt. Just like that, I have created a list of 15 stocks. I just want to know, कैसे stocks उन 15 में से reject. How do I reject stocks out of that 15 particular list so that I just get confined to 6 or 7 stocks so that I can trade.
Okay. I get it. Okay. So if you can share the next two or
I will just share my stocks pics in the group. Just give me time.
Sure. Okay. Okay, bro, enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll take it one by one. Apollo. Okay, so this is the pattern you have drawn in Apollo tires. Okay, let's keep it aside. The next one you have sent me is I don't see the name, but I will not be looking into that because I don't trade based on support resistance zones. Only if I have any channel or triangle pattern, I will trade in that stock. So that is a straight avoid from my side. The one which you have just drawn horizontal lines. So I would not consider that. The next one would be ASAHI India, where the pattern is good. I'll try to draw the same thing here. Okay. So the trend line on the upper side is not perfect, and the support is very good. Okay, in ASAHI India, the support line is very good because I see so many number of reversals which have happened here. And the next one, so again, that is not having any patterns but few indicators. That is an avoid from my side. CANFINHOMES. And what is the last one which you have sent, bro? The stock which is trading around 140, 143. Keshav, bro.
That is CAREERPOINT.
Sorry, which one?
CAREER. Nice. C. It's not T, it's C. Double E. Ni. Single R. The first one.
Okay. So CANFINHOMES. Okay, so I'll just take up Apollo, ASAHI India, CANFIN, CAREERPOINT is the pattern. So I can have this pattern trend line in CAREERPOINT, and also this trend line is fine. Okay, now I have 4 stocks here. So from this, if I have to choose 1 or 2, okay. So now the analyzing the major trend or the previous trend of that stock is very important while you shortlist, not just the patterns. Okay, everybody can go ahead and draw channel patterns, triangle patterns in stocks, but that is not enough. Okay, now you need to know the previous trend of that stock, what it is doing in higher time frames, what it is doing in lower time frames. Everything is important. So Apollo tires, can you look into it and tell me what is the major trend in Apollo tires according to daily time frame?
Like it is an uptrend and now in consolidation mode.
Consolidation, very good. So it was in an uptrend, now in a consolidation phase. Okay, so the major trend is still uptrend. Now within that, I'm going to 1 hour time frame, and now the only thing that is not convincing me is this huge bearish candles coming into this support level. This huge bearish bodied candles coming into this support levels. So if I have to avoid Apollo tires, the only reason would be this bearishness. But I would not say I would move Apollo tyres out from my watch list, because maybe for tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I would avoid trading in Apollo tyres. But I will make sure I will come back and check Apollo tyres when this is happening. If I am getting the second bounce here, then I would go ahead and trade in Apollo, and not at this point. Like I have mentioned this previously also. You wait for a base to form, a consolidation to form, and then go for it. Okay, so Apollo tyres is still falling into the trend line. It hasn't shown you any signs of reversal. It's a huge bearish candle, so it hasn't given me any signs of reversal. I'll look into it when this happens. Or if you have a falling wedge pattern like this, then you can trade this breakout also. So until then, Apollo tyres is not going to be in my watch list for next day's trading.
Like, sir, this one is forming a double bottom kind. It is at the position of double bottom in hourly time frame, as we can see. So that's why I shortlisted, and moreover, like it has a support of 200 SMA in daily.
That's what. See, is this a double bottom you're talking about?
Yes, sir. It's at the position of the double bottom, and just like an indicator, 200 like daily moving average I used, and it's just at that spot. That's why I shortlisted it.
No, bro. I frankly, this is what I will be doing. I told you what I'll be doing. I will wait for a I will wait for a further consolidation here, and I will take an entry only here.
Okay, brother.
All right. So this is about Apollo tyres and ASAHI India glass. So ASAHI India glass, again, similar structure, I would say. At least it is in a beautiful uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. It's not in sideways. So now again in ASAHI India glass, I'll go and check 1 hour. Now I'm having a trend line like this. One second. Okay. So I'm having a trend line like this in ASAHI India. Now, instead of taking an aggressive entry here, right at this level, so you can have this trend line also. Instead of taking an aggressive entry at this bottom, what I will do is I look for some sort of momentum which will kick in after this pattern is getting broken. So this is something I'll have in my watch list, because if it is taking support here, it can break out, give a breakout here. That time I will enter here, keeping my stop loss below. So ASAHI India will be given priority. So the next stock will be CANFIN. So CANFINHOMES, this was my pattern. Previously, this was my pattern. It gave a breakout, it took support, and again from that it again went up. Now because of the mid cap small cap correction, it came down. It in fact broke down below this level. Now it is trading here. So your trend line is here. Okay, this is also a good trend line. And again in CANFIN, I would advise you to wait for a consolidation now, because see, just because a stock is trading at the support, you cannot go ahead and catch it. You need some sort of confirmation. So let it consolidate. So once it is consolidating and giving a breakout, then I would draw a trend line like this, which you have drawn in ASAHI. Okay, so let it consolidate for 3 days. It is trading at this support. So in 1 hour, we have drawn this trend line. So when this is broken, you will get a momentum. Similarly in CANFIN also. All right, let it consolidate and show you signs of reversal. Then you can go ahead and take it.
Like, sir, please take it to the 1 hour chart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like here we can see that it has consolidated for the last 1 day. That is the Friday. And I was thinking about taking a trade like based on a very small risk. Like
no, see, it makes no sense. It might become like a Dr. Reddy. It is not going to offer you very good risk reward. See, this is the Dow theory and CANFINHOMES. So it is continuously in a downtrend. If you take 1 hour into consideration, this is a downtrend. The previous low has been broken, and from that point, the stock is making lower highs and lower lows. Okay. So for you to take an entry here, you need this formation. A 2-3 hours of consolidation. This is not a consolidation. It has just stopped to fall. That's it. This is your major trend. After a fall of around 3%, it is consolidating. It doesn't mean it will break out and go up immediately. It has to consolidate. After 2 huge bearish candles, it consolidated for 3 hours. That's it. Now this is just a pause.
Got that.
All right, bro. So now carrier point. Carrier point again, the pattern structure is good. So again in carrier point, wait for a breakout above this trend line. So you will have a good momentum. So you can definitely have this carrier point in your watch list for tomorrow. Wait for this breakout and you can go ahead and trade it.
And sir, like your way, if I want to catch the bottom, like it may be the bottom of the carrier point, I may go for a like morning star buy in 15 minutes with the little to no risk. Like if it is forming a morning star in tomorrow morning, early 9:15 a.m.
Yeah, bro, but still it can very well take a resistance from this trend line, right?
Okay, like
you have a resistance immediately at this level, no? So why do you want to be aggressive and take an entry here? Instead, you can wait for this trend line also to get broken, right?
Okay.
The immediate target is so near for you. So what is the risk reward you are getting out of this?
Actually, basically what I do is like I will catch it in the morning star and then I will just wait for the breakout. And if it's not breaking out, I will accept the loss. That's my tendency, like normal tendency.
Okay.
What I have been doing in the past.
So what I do is I will wait for a breakout and only then I will go ahead and trade it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. Thank you. Fanendra, bro, are you here? Okay, okay. Omkar, bro. I don't think he is also here. Akshat Reddy. Okay, so I don't think it's working now. So if someone hasn't spoken, you can just unmute and speak one by one.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi Dilip bro. Yeah, Dilip bro
Sir,
will go first. Dilip bro.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, after that Vamsi bro. Yeah. Yeah, tell me bro. Dilip bro, you can go ahead. Hello. Bro, I'm not able to hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now it is fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about the previous stock, Apollo Tyres or something. Someone spoke. Like, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah. If you see here, there are two types of breakout. One is the trend line, sorry, like a falling wedge kind of that line, and the other one is the outer breakout. Like there are two lines. So which one to trade first? Like which one to enter? Should we go aggressively with the first one or wait for the actual breakout, like the big one?
So yeah, I would prefer this trend line more. I'll give importance to this more because I'm getting more number of touches out of this, and this has been following from a long time, right? So this is the falling wedge trend line resistance just as 3 touches. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, more number of touches, and this is also it would be a parallel channel. So
okay,
it's kind of a parallel channel.
Okay.
So I would give more importance to this trend line here. So when it is giving a breakout here, maybe for this target, I would not trade. Instead, I would wait for this trend line also to get broken.
Okay. So what about the green candle? Like if we consider the outer trend line, what about the green candle, which is like out of that green, like that, like a false?
See, I would not call this as a false breakout because this is the first time. See, this is just the third reversal, right? So you cannot call this as a false break. You would not have drawn this trend line first of all here at this point. Now, after this formation, I can go ahead and draw this trend line because in weekly, I would have got a perfect wick. So this pattern was drawn in weekly time frame. You understood, bro? In daily, it was kind of a false breakout, but you didn't have a third reversal there previously. The pattern was taken from weekly. So I just converted into daily. That's it. So you always give importance to higher time frame patterns. So if you are drawing it from weekly, so obviously in daily or 1 hour, there will be few candles out of the trend line. So it is fine. It's not a big deal. Dilip bro, next question, please. You're not audible actually. Hello. Okay. Vamsi bro, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Vamsi.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, man. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm fine, sir. Actually, I'm so excited for my membership. I mean, my classes, sir. September 11th.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
Yes, sir. So, sir, first of all, actually, I'm sure about that you'll clear all the doubts in our classes. But after seeing this many examples, I have learned a lot of things, even though.
Okay.
I mean, some of my mates who have attended, they have asked a lot of questions. So I got clear so many doubts.
Okay.
Now I have only few questions about CPR, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
can we keep this away from any indicators, bro? Please.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure. Why not, sir?
Okay. We are not discussing about any indicator here.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
So
actually, you said about only stocks. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
sir. No problem. Sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir. Then I will. I'll start learning from the classes itself.
Okay, man. Thank you. Yeah. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bye. Take care.
Hi,
yeah, bro. Varun, bro, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi, bro.
Hi, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Bro, actually, could you explain how you have taken 2 trades on Friday, right? On Bank Nifty.
Yeah.
Could you explain your entries and exits, if possible?
Yeah, bro. Let me see if I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of remember. Okay. The first trade which I took in Bank Nifty was at this resistance level. This is purely because of not Bank Nifty. This is because of Nifty trading at this resistance. So yeah, I have deleted all the patterns here. So it's just I don't have anything right now. So this is a resistance which Nifty hit on yesterday morning. Now, the reason for me going ahead and shorting Bank Nifty instead of doing it in Nifty is because if you compare for the last 1 week or even last 2-3 days, Nifty was completely outperforming Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is the weaker index compared to the two indexes.
Yes, yes.
Bank Nifty is the weaker one. So whenever you are going for taking any long positions, we used to do that in Nifty preferably. And whenever we get a shorting opportunity in Nifty, we do it in Bank Nifty. Because if market is falling, then Bank Nifty is the one which will fall higher than your Nifty.
Yes, yes, true.
Okay, so when Nifty was trading at the resistance, I went ahead and shorted Bank Nifty here. That's it. This was the first trade, the PE trade which I took. Okay. So the next trade, I hardly remember that. So I guess it was over by this time itself. I don't really remember, bro. So maybe this would have been the double bottom entry. That was also in Nifty, Bank Nifty, not in Nifty. So maybe at this level, yeah. So at this level, I went long. So I booked my profit somewhere around this previous level high. So this was just a scalping. Both were just two scalping trades I took in Bank Nifty yesterday. This was another trade which could have been taken. We were having some live sessions there. So people had taken this trade here. I didn't trade this. This was another entry, good entry, which Bank Nifty gave.
Okay, okay. One more doubt, bro, actually. Yeah, we'll be drawing a pattern and suppose it's just a symmetrical pattern. And actually the stock should give breakout. And it gave a breakout, but the breakout is in the form of a huge gap up. How do we take trades during that situation? Should we wait for the retest or?
Okay, so I'll show you something here. So this is one trade I missed trading just because I was into some other stocks when it was trading at the support. People had entries from my community. People entered here. They were holding from this level also. But I missed this. The next day it just shot up 10%. It was up around 10%.
Yes, yes.
So frankly, this was a miss from my side. So on these kind of days where it opens huge gap up from the trend line and it never comes back for any retracement, nothing can be done, bro, frankly. So it is just a trade you miss. That's it. So your psychology should be like, if I'm getting any sort of entry, a pullback entry here towards this trend line, then you can go for it. Like Muthoot Finance, which I told before a few minutes, right? So Muthoot Finance, see, if you had missed this breakout, then the next entry should be at the trend line retest.
Yes, yes. This gave a retest actually.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, Muthoot Finance gave a retest. Actually, it came back and it just went up.
Okay. Yes, few stocks may not give a retest immediately if they are too bullish. Let's take a TCS for an example. TCS has still not come back for a retest after this breakout.
Yes.
Okay, but you will see it coming down on the coming days. Maybe 1 week later or 2 weeks later, the stock can come down. that time you should be tracking this. You should have some sort of alert placed. This should be in your watch list. Only then you will get to know whether this is coming down for a retest or not.
Okay, okay. Actually, if it forms all the small candles, low momentum candles or small bearish candles, we can consider it as a retest. But what if there are huge candles? Can we consider it as a retest, or maybe it's falling?
This is again stock specific, and see, I'll give you a good example of this trade.
Okay.
So this is by far this is the best trade I have did so far. Okay, so during September 14 or 15. Now, this was the pattern I traded. Now my entry was here. Right at the support, I had an entry. Okay, my stop loss was here. And on the same day, on the next day, it went up, it shot up around 150 points. Okay, and I kind of exited because that time the lot size in Dr. Reddy was 250, if you guys can remember. So nowadays, so many stock lot sizes have been reduced to half. So now you are having a lot size of 125. Those days it was 250. So in a quick span of one day, I had made a profit of close to I didn't exit at the top. I just exited somewhere around here just because in one day it gave me a good profit. I had around 2 lots taken. So it gave me a very beautiful profits here. Now, when it came down for a retest, okay, this is where I entered again with 1 lot just to make sure that I'm not, I wasn't comfortable with this huge bearish candle. So I just went for 1 lot. My stop loss was below. Okay. So, and then immediately the next day, it consolidated for 1 or 2 hours till 11:15, and then it shot up, and see what happened here. Frankly, I didn't hold on to this entire move. I exited somewhere around here, I exited. I missed out on another 6%. This was more than enough for me, so I just booked my profits. So the point is, you are talking about this huge bearish candle, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is not a normal retest candle which you will happen with just small bodies.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is indeed a big bearish momentum candle, but still it took support, right? So if just have a small buffer around the trend line, okay, just have a small buffer around the trend line and see if that trend line is holding on. Okay. That is what you should be looking forward. More than the momentum, I would say, just give importance to the trend line, have a buffer and see if that is held on to. If that is held on, it can beautifully reverse again also. But the candlestick momentum indeed matters. There are so many examples which I can tell you that after a huge bearish momentum candle, it would have already come down also.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it is, frankly, it is about the risk reward ratio. If you are entering here, your risk is just here.
Yes, yes.
A small stop loss, right? So you can very well afford this risk. If it is hitting your stop loss, it's fine, move away.
Okay, okay.
If you have few stocks, let's say, like Keshav bro asked, if you have 3 or 4 stocks which are having the same structure, trend line, breakout and retest, you can avoid something like a Dr. Reddy because it is showing you a huge bearish momentum.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And do you also analyze a particular sector analysis before taking a trade?
Yeah, bro. So I do analyze the sector also. Okay. I have this list with me, which I can also share it in the group. So this is metal sector. So before taking an entry into, let's take a Dr. Reddy. So Pharma was also kind of trading at some support during that trade, which we did in Dr. Reddy. So that gives you additional confidence and confluence, so that like this was the pattern even in pharma. So it was around 25th, 24th June, right? So I'll go ahead and show you Dr. Reddy. Similar, right?
Yeah.
24th, 25th. So I do check the sector charts as well.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Okay, bro. Thank you. Yeah, bro. Varun, bro, you can go ahead.
Yeah, bro. I just know.
Okay, bro. So you can lower your hand.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sham, bro. Yeah, please.
Yeah, hello, Sham.
You're not audible, bro.
Yeah, no, it is audible.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, so most of people buy future stocks, neither equity. What is the reason between?
Come again, bro. Sorry.
Some people buying future stock, future of the stocks.
Okay.
Why don't they can buy equity stocks?
Okay. You had asked this question in Instagram.
Yeah,
chat,
Instagram.
right? Yeah. Okay,
right,
I remember. Okay, see, bro. Have you watched tried watching the videos regarding futures and options?
Yeah, I watched it, but I didn't getting it. So what I'm
Okay. No issues. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'll take the same. Just have a calculator in your hand. Can use your mobile quickly. Yeah. So this is the pattern I traded. Okay. So now multiply 5,200 into 250.
5,200. Into 250.
Why, bro? Are you calculating manually?
Yeah, sir, I'm calculating. So it is around 13 lakhs.
Okay. 13 lakhs. Approximate figure is 13 lakhs.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me to buy 250 quantities in Dr. Reddy, a stock like Dr. Reddy, I need a capital of 13 lakhs.
Yeah.
Okay. But my capital when I traded in Dr. Reddy with the same set of 250 quantities was just 4 lakhs. My entire capital is just 4 to 5 lakhs. The capital used in Dr. Reddy is just 2.5 lakhs.
Oh, okay, sir. How can it?
Okay. So a future will cost you less margin. Okay.
Okay.
So even if you're buying 250 quantities, so it is 2 lots in Dr. Reddy.
Okay, sir.
Two lots. So 2 into 125. 2 lots in Dr. Reddy. 1 lot in Dr. Reddy futures will cost you around 1.2 lakhs. 1.2, 1.25 lakhs. Okay.
Okay.
So the rest of the margin will be taken care by your broker.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah.
So that is the reason we prefer trading in futures.
Okay. Sir. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, sir.
Got the answer, bro?
Yeah, I got now, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Who else wants to speak?
Bro. Hi, bro.
Prakash, bro, I'm not able to hear you. I guess you had the chance.
Bro, can you hear me now?
Yeah, tell me.
Bro, you shared your trade bank nifty trade last Friday. Where you keep the stop loss, bro? There is no support there, no, bro.
You just going to keep your stop loss. See, this is an entry because of day low. Okay, if that is getting broken, you just keep your. I'll just exit it right away.
Oh, the day low is broken. You just exited, bro. The stop loss has been hit.
Yeah, bro. If you see a follow through below the day low with a bearish candle close, I will just exit.
Oh, okay, bro.
Like you are waiting for the closing or just exiting at the point when it breaks the low?
No. I'll always
You wait
wait
for the body of the candle or wick up, bro?
I'll wait for a good, see if this is a trend line.
Okay, bro.
I have taken a trade at this support level.
Okay, bro.
My stop loss will get hit only when I have a bearish momentum candle close here. In some cases, I'll also wait for a follow through. Like if you had listened to me previously, if this candle does not give any sort of follow through, it can still go ahead and reverse and make a huge long wick rejection. You would have seen it happening in Bank Nifty. It's a very common trend. Okay, so now when this is giving me a follow through, I'll just exit.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Thanks, bro.
Okay.
Bro, another doubt, bro. In Dow theory, there is a retracement, no, bro? There is any percentage of retracement? There is any rule for a percentage of retracement?
No, bro. There is nothing like that. No,
okay,
nothing. Okay. Yeah.
Like here you are trading based on 5-minute time frame.
Hi, sir. Yeah. Bank Nifty intraday, I just follow 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And brother, like I have a tendency to lose in intraday from past 1.5 years. Like I'm not getting a continuous flow in intraday. Can you suggest me something that can help me regarding this?
Sorry, bro. The last part I didn't hear. Sorry.
Like I have been in the markets from April 2020.
Okay.
Like with time, I have identified a good swing practice, and I'm just getting profitable in it. But in intraday, what's happening is I'm just losing the money, no matter what I'm doing, but how much I get the effort, but still I'm losing. I'm not able to figure out what to do the right thing.
Okay. So my advice to you would be to focus on swing. Focus on what is working out for you. Give more time to that angle. Focus on swing trades a lot. Or if you're desperate to do Bank Nifty intraday option trades, then you can do it like very rarely. See, I am a swing trader. Understand that first. I am a swing trader, but I do trade in Bank Nifty on certain days when my risk is very low. If it is giving me a very good risk reward ratio, and if I'm getting a good pattern, then I do trade in Nifty, Bank Nifty. On other days, I just focus on my swing trades.
Like what happened with like what happened with me is like my capital is around 2 lakh. Like 3 months previously, I tried to trade I activated my future options and traded in it for the 1 week, and I lost like 10% of my account. And whenever I'm just not getting comfortable with future options, like for a particular minimum load, we need to get habitual to the lows of 3 to 40, I think. So can I overcome this mentality, or how should I take the risk? How should I set the risk?
See, bro, the first important thing you should do is you should strengthen your price action analysis. Okay, first of all, you should have a good sound understanding of what price action is doing in all the time frames. If you are an intraday trader, that is even more important, because a swing trader doesn't have to worry about what is happening in 5-minute time frame. He will just stay away, just play some alerts here, and he may do some other work also. All right, but for intraday, you need to be very precise, very smart. You need to react quickly. So for that, you need a good, solid understanding of price action. That is the first requirement. And if you really want to become consistent here, start trading with less quantities. Okay, don't straight away go ahead and take 10 lots, 15 lots in options. Do it with 1 lot, do it with 2 lot.
What I am trying to say is I am not even getting comfortable with 1 lot. Like the risk, even in 1 lot, if we taking a genuine trade, it will require 3 to 4,000 to be on the line for us to gain. Like what happened with me previously is like I am just having a mentality to lose around 1K maximum, and that's why I was just making a dumb exits because of whenever I see the lows. I'm just trying to figure out, can I do something in case, or just I have to increase
what is the range you are talking about? How much you are ready to lose per trade? I didn't get that. Sorry.
Like in swing trade, my usual risk is 1,000 rupees per trade, and that's why I'm not ready to in my mind to lose more than 1K in intraday, which is my weakness, especially in future options.
Yeah, so see, when you want to make it big, when you want to make it big, your risk is also automatically getting bigger. You cannot do the same thing with, see, if you're only ready to lose 200 rupees or 500 rupees in Nifty or Bank Nifty, your profit will only be around 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees maximum. You cannot risk 300 rupees or 400 rupees and look for a target of 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees. It makes no sense. Okay. So when you are looking for a bigger target, a bigger monetary benefit, then your risk also comes along with it, right? Understood, bro?
Yes, and like what's happening is from the past, like from February, like I'm backtesting a swing strategy which is giving good risk reward and good high probability also. But what happened with last 15 days is like I didn't trade the swing trades, but I am just observing that all of them are just hitting stop loss. It's just the bad case, or something else would be the reason.
See, maybe because of the market breadth also. See, if something has worked for you, it may not work for you for the entire year.
Yes, that I understand.
Okay, see, what people do is, if this is giving a breakout, and going up, they will be very happy about this pattern. Now, when this is giving a breakdown and going down, not many people are comfortable because they would have expected that this pattern would give a breakout. Now it has given a breakdown. This is just a breakdown. This is just a breakdown from the pattern. Just because you were on the long side, you cannot expect every pattern to just break out and go up. There are certain patterns which will break down from a triangle. There are certain stocks which will break down also.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that the strategy which you had is not working. Using that strategy, you had already made money. So it's nothing that that strategy didn't work out. So you for a few days, if that is not working out, and then you switch over to the next strategy, that will again work for you for a few days. Again, then you will have the same problem. Then there is no point.
No, like I have the full trust. Let's just like now the market is like we can expect us 5 to 10% like correction in Nifty. How will you approach from the swing perspective? Like
I'll just stay away. I'll just stay away. That's it. I'll just stay away from the market.
Okay.
So if you want to trade every day, every week in the market, then it's frankly not possible for anyone.
Okay.
There are certain days, certain weeks. I have stayed out for an entire month also in my career without trading.
Like I have identified some very good swing positions for tomorrow to take the fresh position in them. So basically, I just need to first figure out what Nifty is doing.
The market breadth is indeed important, man. Okay, the market breadth is indeed important, but still, I would, if my risk is very less, I will just go for it. That's it.
Okay. Like we can just with a very low risk, we can just target 1:2 or 1:3 at max in such times.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Avinash, bros. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, man. Yeah.
I am audible, sir?
Sorry?
I am audible, sir?
You are audible. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, how can any beginner trade in Bank Nifty and how can he choose options? Strike options
See,
called.
I will never advise any beginner to come and trade straightly in Bank Nifty. You need to practice it. You just do cash trades and swing trades in cash market. You do it for at least 2-3 months. Okay. Then come to Nifty or Bank Nifty options. Trade with just one lot. Okay, you can use your patterns in 15 minutes, 1 hour, and trade based on 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so start slowly. Do not just use a very little capital. Okay, when you start with Bank Nifty options, trade with just one lot and not more.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Sir, for starting future, I am doing swing trade now. Can I do what is the basic requirement for futures? The capital required is what?
See, for one lot, you would need at least 1.2 to 1.3 lakhs. It depends on the stock, but on an average, you would need at least 1.3 to 1.4 lakhs for taking one lot in any stock.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means the entire capital. See, if you have a capital of 1.5 lakhs and you use your entire capital in one lot, I would not do that. So I would not advise you also to do that.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to trade in futures, the minimum capital you should be having is at least between 2.5 to 3 lakhs. For trading in one lot, I mean, you should have an additional capital of at least 1 lakh. Only then you can invest that 1.5 lakhs for one lot.
Yes. Answer for options and in Bank Nifty?
Bank Nifty options, there are people in my community who are doing it with 10,000, 15,000, 20,000.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes,
the
sir.
profits will also be like that. See, do get it very clear. You cannot, when I'm making a profit of around 25,000, 30,000 in any Bank Nifty trade, I would have used a capital of at least 1 lakh to 1.5 lakhs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you are using a capital of 10,000 or 15,000, you would make a profit of 1,000 rupees or 1,500, 2,000 rupees. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, bro.
Yeah, Dilip, bro. I guess you had spoken earlier.
Yeah, sorry, because of my internet issue. So
okay.
I have 4 doubts regarding 4 chart setups. One is Asian Paints. Can you move on to Asian Paints? Yeah, the pattern, triangle pattern. You have shown some triangle pattern earlier, right?
Okay.
Yeah, this one. So you said that in your community, some people have entered at the support level itself, right?
Yeah.
So previously what you said is like at the support level, don't buy immediately, but see for some consolidation and a breakout at that level, like a pattern, like a range breakout, something like that. But I cannot see something.
See, that is a good doubt, but at the wrong place. See, if you have a pattern like this and you have a fall or something like, say, okay, a downtrend channel, a good fall, a decent fall, then you should wait for a consolidation. This is just a triangle. The major trend is still uptrend. The price is compressing. Okay, the major trend is uptrend. It is consolidating with a bullish bias. So when you get a symmetrical triangle and the previous trend of the stock is bullish, so I would be buying here.
Okay.
All right, so there is a very little gap between this level. So it's okay to buy it here.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
And can you go to Dr. Reddy?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, there's a fall, right? Recent fall from the channel. Can you go? Yeah. So before the fall, there is a kind of channel, falling channel in that channel itself. Can you see? Yeah. Yeah, that one. See, like a kind of false breakout.
This is a stock which fell because of results, bro. Okay. So from these 2-3 days itself, we avoided Dr. Reddy. So whenever a particular stock declares its results, it will be volatile. You won't know whether on any other given day it would have shot up 5% or 10% also.
Okay.
Like it did here the previous time when I shown you, right?
Yeah.
So this was a good news. So it was into some vaccine production, so it shot up. So the results were bad and it fell down. So at these levels, if you breakouts will not be working also. So it is better to stay away from these stocks during that time.
Okay.
Or if you had entered here, it is a stop loss hit trade. If you had already entered here or here, it is a stop loss hit trade. Nothing can be done here.
Yeah.
Either you avoid it, or if you had entered here because it is a breakout, then it's fine. It's just a stop loss hit trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you go to Bank Nifty?
Yeah.
I've seen like I thought of trading this pattern like this one, the recent triangle pattern, but it didn't move as expected. Like I thought it would be going to the day high, like this one. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, bro. See, the point is the entire market was bearish. Okay. So immediately you cannot and Bank Nifty being the weaker index, you cannot expect it to shoot up immediately.
Okay.
Okay, because see, this is a huge fall.
Okay.
Not only on Friday. See, people are getting it wrong. Bank Nifty has been falling from Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, almost 1,300 points it has fallen. So if you ask me if this 1,300 points will be recovering immediately, there is less chance.
Okay. Yeah.
So you could, on any other given day, it should have at least given you a move till this level.
Yes.
All right, but yesterday it didn't happen. But these things, you just go with the flow. That's it.
Okay.
Normally, we do not take any fresh trades, intraday entries in Bank Nifty or Nifty after 2 o'clock or 2:30. Mostly, we will not be doing. That's the reason we avoided this breakout also.
Okay, you trade in the morning itself then, like first half.
Before 2 o'clock, not in the morning, before 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. We will not be trading after 2 o'clock or 2:30.
Okay. So here in Bank Nifty, what I have seen is the price action. If you zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And zoom into that triangle only, like
this one.
No. The yesterday's one. Yeah. And
okay.
You can see a resistance from the top, like from falling, like yesterday, like the day before.
See, I also had this trend line. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of like entering if that gives a breakout tomorrow. Like, is that a good thing?
Yeah, bro. You can definitely do that because this is a proper trend line. We also had this trend line. So it is a good trend line. So if it is giving a breakout, you can go ahead and do it. But by looking at SGX Nifty, we might actually open above this trend line tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And one more setup, last one, Biocon. I see a bearish, triple top and a neckline breakout. Can you confirm that?
Sure.
Not triple top directly, 1 day time frame. Yeah.
Okay. So Biocon, this is the pattern I have in Biocon.
Yeah.
This is a zone of support. Okay. The previous resistance, which would be acting as a support. So I would not advise you to take any short positions currently because it can very well reverse from any of these places. Okay. The risk reward wise, it's not favorable in Biocon. So go short. Okay. So the actual trade in Biocon should be on the long side because I have a pattern here and a breakout can draw the same pattern. And if at all it is a false breakdown or if it is reversing immediately, the next trade in Biocon should be taken after this trend line is getting broken with a 1 hour candle.
Okay. And one more thing, like how to find the best probable trade? Like if I find 3 setups.
So that's what I answered to Keshav, I guess. We were discussing around about Apollo Tyre, ASAHI, CANFIN.
Yeah. So like if I entered 2 of the stocks in 3 due to capital constraint or something, I don't know, like somehow every time those 2 stocks don't move, or either markets correct, like when market corrects and SL hits, and the third stock, like it would rock it up. I don't know, is that a luck kind
So
of
these
thing,
are
or
things which will happen during your early stages, bro. So it is a common thing. It used to happen with me also. So it will take some time to figure out the best stocks. It's about it. It will come from your experience before, because if you see a pattern which has moved well and you see the same pattern in some other stock, then you will not be missing out on that. There are few patterns which would not have given you any good returns also. So you will go ahead and avoid it.
Yeah.
So that's why your entire capital should not be invested in just 1 or 2 stocks. You should diversify your investments or trading also.
Okay. And what's your views on option selling, like option selling strategy?
Option selling, I personally don't do it now. When the margin was too less before 1 year or 8 months, I used to do option selling with Asta brokerage. They just charge me around 4,000 per lot. So on the weekly expiries, I do option selling. So even 10 lots of Bank Nifty options just cost you 40,000. So I used to do that, but after when the option, like when the margin rule came in and they changed all this, I stopped doing option selling. So option selling, you can do it, but see, I am a directional trader. So even when I was doing option selling, it was only directional trades. If I am bullish on Asian Paints, I would only sell a naked 2,900 put option.
Okay.
I would not hedge it with any call option or something like that. I'll go ahead and directly sell just 2,900 put option. So this is a directional trade.
Yeah,
Even though it is option selling, it is a directional trade.
Yeah, I thought you'd be doing strangles and
No. I don't know about strangles or straddles also.
Okay. Yeah, bro.
Like here, when you do this, were you prepared to bear the loss if in case any news come and gap down happens?
Of course, bro. Of course, you need to see. Trading is, end of the day, trading is a riskier thing to do. Okay, you do have certain risk involved in every single trade you take. You cannot avoid that. I till now, maybe not more than 25 to 30% of the time, I felt 100% confident in any trade. It's just that the risk was very less when I entered. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, bro. One last question. My capital is around 1.3 lakh something. So I know some of the option selling strategies, and I'm generating like 15% monthly. Should I go into price action? Like I'm confident about directional also, price action, these things. Should I do this one or that one? Like I find more peace in that one, but
you can do it, bro. Because see, I'm personally, I'm not the right person to answer you about option selling. So I can't advise you to go for it also. But if that is working for you, if it is like you said, you find a good peace of mind doing that, then you can do it.
Okay.
Backtest it for a few days, to do it for 1 or 2 months and see how it works.
Yeah, bro. Backtested for 1 or 2, at least 2 months I've gone. I found good results, and 1 month has also gone in live, like live testing also, live.
Okay. So why do you want to shift your strategy?
No. I find price action is also interesting. Like I'm loving charts and drawing patterns.
See, it's trading is not can be sounding interesting, but end of the day, it's about making money. Okay.
Yes.
It's not a movie where you find some interest and you enjoy watching it. End of the day, it's about making money.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are making money in option selling using your strategy, stick on to that.
Yeah.
Got it, bro?
Yeah, got it, bro.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to get like in-depth knowledge of price action from you, especially like the way you draw charts. It's very
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So anyone else? Okay, so it's already 7:45.
Hello.
We'll just, yeah, tell me, bro. Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask about the Dr. Reddy's chart.
Okay.
In monthly time frame.
Okay.
Please explain what to do in monthly time frame according to you.
So see, according to me, if you ask Dr. Reddy, as long as it is holding on to 4,300 level, 4,300, 400 level, it can bounce back. It won't break this low, I would say, easily. This 4,260, this low will not be broken very easily in Dr. Reddy. So this is a monthly view, right? So I can only give you this range, 4,300 level. So as long as it is holding on to that level, it can bounce back. But if you ask me if it would again go to 5,500 immediately, then I would say no. Okay, it is a very rare case scenario for all the pharma stocks which have collapsed around 25-30% in the last few weeks to immediately go up another 25-30%. It would take at least 4 to 6 months for them to recover and go up to the previous high.
Okay. And I want United Spirits charts.
United Spirits.
In that you have drawn a pattern in monthly time frame. And I want to ask you, how would you plan a trade in United Spirits in monthly time frame?
Sorry, bro. How would I?
Plan your trade in United Spirits in monthly time frame, seeing monthly time frame.
I'm not going to trade in McDowell, bro. Frankly, I don't have the patience to sit and wait for 3-6 months, because McDowell will be, if this is giving a strong close in monthly time frame, okay, then this stock can go up another let's say 20-30% in the next 3 to 6 months or even 1 year. It will take a lot of time before it is giving you a very good profit, but I don't do this. I don't have much patience with 6 months or 1 year. I don't want to hold on, so I will not be trading here. If you want to invest into a McDowell, you can do it with a 1 year time horizon. You can place your stop loss below this 640, this candle low. You can place a stop loss and wait for at least 20-30% target.
Acha. Means, and if you have to take entry in 1 day time frame, then
your entries should be for investment, you mean? See, this is purely for investment, or at least a 1-2 month point of view, because this is a monthly breakout. You cannot expect it to go up to 5%, 6% within a week. It will take some time. So your entries can be closer to this level, 680 level. Your stop can be below 640 for investment purpose.
No. I want to ask you, if we have to trade in 1 hour time frame. So can
1 hour, then again you need a pattern in 1 hour. You need a pattern in 1 hour or daily. You cannot trade into a monthly pattern with 1 hour time frame. You do not have, I don't see any sort of pattern here. So if you want to trade here, you need to take your entries closer to this trend line. Either it can reverse from this previous swing high, or if it is coming down to this level, then you can capture this.
Like on monthly.
Sorry.
And I want to ask about the risk management. How you do your risk management?
Sir, can I ask a question on monthly time frame like McDowell?
Bro, you have had so many chances, so please wait. Okay. Yeah, bro, go ahead. Sorry.
I want to ask you how you do your risk management.
See, risk management, frankly, I do not have anything such that I will risk only 1% of my capital, 2%. I don't have all this because it doesn't work practically for me. Okay, I have a capital of 5 lakhs to 5.5 lakhs, which I use for futures. So if I am taking a trade in futures, here itself, my risk is completely managed. This is what I will do for risk management. Okay. So if I'm taking a trade here, I'll make sure that my risk is very small by using price action. That's it. I'm going to risk around 2% or 3% here. That's my risk here. So when I'm doing that, I'll make sure I'll capture at least 6 to 7% or 10%. 1:3 or more is the risk reward ratio I usually play for swing. For Bank Nifty or Nifty intraday trades, mostly it will be 1:3 or more, or sometimes it will be 1:2 or more. But for swing, I will follow this strictly, 1:3 or more. So there itself, my risk management is done, I believe. I don't need to have something else like I will only risk 1% or 2%, not like that. So there are certain trades where I have risked around 4 to 5% also in futures, and I have made sure I had captured around 8 to 10%.
Okay. And do you have any reversal setups?
Sorry, bro.
Do you trade any reversal trade setups?
Reversal trades. See, if you ask me, these are also reversal trades. The stock has been falling. If you are buying at the support, these are also reversal trades. So what do you mean by? Yeah.
Last question. I want to ask you that have you taken entry in a triangle breakout?
Have you taken? Sorry, bro.
Have you taken entry whenever a triangle pattern has been formed and it has been breakout?
I am not able to hear you properly. Can you come again, please? Sorry.
I think he is asking how to enter a triangle breakout.
Triangle breakout
means how you took entry at a triangle pattern breakout.
Yeah, bro, so many times. Yeah.
So that's why I want to explain your chart.
So this is a triangle breakout.
Yeah. So when is your entry then? Means how you take entry on triangle chart pattern breakout.
That's what, bro. See, I had an entry here. Okay, where I booked my profit somewhere around here. The next entry was at the retest.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a breakout retest trade. So if I hadn't taken this entry, I would have taken an entry here, keeping my stop loss here. So this is a perfect breakout trade where I will go for on any day because my risk is very less here. The breakout candle is not closing here. The breakout candle is closing closer to this trend line. So you can enter here. On days when the breakout candle closes here, I will not enter. In that case, I will wait for a retest.
Sorry, brother. Like here, the breakout candle, at the breakout candle, we can see that previous like 3 swing highs, like on the hourly time frame, there is close of the body, there is open of the body, like it is closing around the same level. So
I have answered this question to previous guy who asked. I don't focus on any resistance levels here. For me, the price action, I give more importance to this trend line, and then comes all your support resistance level. Someone else was asking me the same thing with regards to Asian Paints.
Okay, thank you.
All right. For me, I'll just trade based on trend lines.
Hello.
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
At what point you give more importance to support and resistance, as you have said that you more give importance to trend line?
At what point I said I give more importance to trend lines only, and
yeah,
then yeah.
Continue.
You know, I didn't understand your question.
As you said, you give more importance to trend line and patterns rather than horizontal resistance and horizontal support. So I want to ask you, at what point you give importance to horizontal resistance and horizontal support?
I will just use them for my targets, bro, nothing else.
Okay.
To fix my targets, I use those things. That's it. So if I'm entering somewhere here, so this is my, for placing my targets, I will use this. That's it.
Okay.
Based on that, I will not take any entries. If tomorrow Asian Paints is coming down to this level, there will be people who are entering and making money, but I will not take this entry.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Bro, in Dr. Reddy, can you go to Dr. Reddy chart?
Okay. So if others do not have any questions, then I'll go to him. Yeah. Any new person? Okay. We'll just wind up in 5 minutes. It's already late by 1 hour. Yeah. Dr. Reddy, yeah, bro, tell me.
Yeah, this triangle pattern. Can you go to that triangle pattern?
Okay.
Yeah. Can you go to 1 hour? Yeah. You told that you have taken at the support levels, right? So that you exited at the top levels after breakout. But what if I have seen after the breakout, like the big red candle at the breakout, at I don't know the color, like the first big green candle, breakout candle. So that if I enter there, my stop loss would be like very high, right?
Why? You are entering here because it is breaking out. So you're just keeping your stop loss below this trend line. Why it is high?
Oh, I thought I would keep a stop loss below the green candle.
No. Here. Below this green candle.
Yeah.
No. Why do you want to keep it below the green candle? You are not entering at the support.
Because that may act as a swing low or something like that, no?
See, you cannot do that in futures, man. If you are doing it in cash trading, it's fine. You cannot have a stop loss of 2.5% in swing trades for in F&O.
Okay.
Obviously, that will be acting as a support. But for that reason, see, you are entering into this trade because it has broken out. When it is not sustaining above the trend line and when it is coming down, what is the point of holding on to this trade?
Okay.
When it is coming to the support and reversing, you can take the next entry. You can exit here. You can take the next entry at the support.
Okay. Got it. So if it is a big candle at the breakout candle is big, so we can take half of that. That is what you're saying.
Yeah. So when it is giving a huge breakout, let's say it is closing like this, then you are entering here. Now, in this case, maybe sometimes I would not be entering here also. I will wait for a small retest and I will enter. Or if you had entered here, let's say this candle low is here. Okay. Now you keep your stop loss either below this candle low or below 50%.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Brother, like here at retest level, will you wait for just a 15-minute like bullish candle or directly enter without any bullish candle?
Normally, I don't wait for any reversal, bro. If my pattern is so well, so I'll just go have the conviction with my pattern. I'll just take the trade right at this level. I don't wait for any bullish reversal or anything, but you can wait for it unless you gain some sort of experience. You can wait for confirmations. You can wait for a good reversal candle and then go for it. But I don't do it.
Like you have your limit order set.
Yeah, I may go with limit order. I may go with market orders because I don't see any difference between market order and limit order when a stock consolidates.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you please just analyze and share your views on just dial?
Too many questions from your side, bro.
Sorry for that.
So just dial is in an uptrend. This can act as a support. This zone can act as a support. So if it is closing below this, then you may have a fall also. I don't see any pattern here.
Like basically what I am trying to do is like I have drawn the trend line from the past days and just I'm thinking for taking a long trade after the trend line breakout. Like you can see the consolidation and I have drawn that trend line.
Okay, see that's what, see according to me, I have answered this previously also when some other stock when you asked. It's not a consolidation according to me. Okay, so after a huge fall it is just pausing. Okay, so for it to go up, it won't go up like this. It will form some sort of higher low, higher highs. Then I will go for it. I will not consider this to be a strong consolidation.
Means it will take a long time to give the targets in case of long.
Yeah, how can it go back to 1120 immediately?
Okay.
Even if it is going, I will not prefer this stock. That's my point.
Like here on 1 hour time frame, the trend line is forming. Yes.
So you can go ahead and trade this breakout. You cannot
on
enter at this
basis,
support.
like
you can go ahead and trade this breakout. At least you will have some momentum. I will not enter at this support and all.
Okay. Basically, I will. You are saying that I can take the advantage of momentum in intraday in this one.
Even for swing, you can go ahead and do it. Based on 1 hour close, you can go ahead and do it. But I don't see any. I don't see just like going up towards this level immediately.
Okay.
So, okay, guys, we will wind up. We're already late by 1 hour. So we'll wind up. Okay.
Hello, Abhishek sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I want to ask about the market depth.
Market depth, I don't look into that, bro. I don't look into that. Market depth.
And Abhishek sir, before the beginning of the session, what the concept of you explained that fake breakout, I missed it out. Okay, can you explain?
It's a big concept, bro. See, this will be the last question I'm taking. Okay, so when you have a pattern like this in daily time frame, okay, and the stock is moving within this structure, and you see a breakout happening. Breakout in the sense at 9:15 or 9:30, you will see candles going up. Okay, now give respect to the time frame in which you have drawn this pattern. Don't just go ahead and trade it based on a 5-minute close or 15-minute close. If you have drawn this pattern in daily time frame, at least wait for a 1 hour bullish candle close to happen. 1 hour bullish momentum close. You should not see any sort of long wicks. Only then you can enter into this stock. Or the safe trade will be to wait for a daily close and then go for it. Because when you see a long wick rejection in daily time frame, this is an inverted hammer in daily time frame. So it means a 15-minute candle or even a 1 hour candle on this day would have closed above this trend line and still the market came down. And in daily you have an inverted hammer. So this time you do not want the same thing to repeat. So always wait for higher time frame candles to break out strongly and then go for the trade.
Achha, okay.
If you have a pattern, let's say this is an intraday pattern and you have drawn it in just 15-minute time frame, then very well you can go ahead and trade based on 15-minute or sometimes even 5-minute. But you cannot go ahead and trade a daily time frame pattern in 5-minute time frame.
Okay, okay, understood.
There are chances that it won't sustain and it will come down, and you may call it as a false breakout. According to me, this inverted hammer is not at all a false breakout because it didn't even break out first of all. False breakouts are where in daily time frame you have a candle close strongly and immediately it reversed. So this is a false breakout which cannot be avoided.
Achha.
These
Means
things
next
you can
day
avoid.
immediately.
Yeah, tell me.
Means next day the immediate reversal means the previous breakout is fake breakout.
Yeah, this is a false breakout. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it, bro?
Yeah, I got it. And for swing trading, you only analyze 1 day time frame.
1 day. This also I mentioned in the session. So use your daily 1 hour for trend lines and patterns. Go to 1 hour and 15 minutes for entry and exits.
Okay.
Draw your patterns and trend lines in daily and 1 hour, or sometimes in weekly also if you have some pattern. Your entry should be based on 1 hour mostly. You can also use 15 minutes sometimes.
And if we found any patterns in monthly time frame, then we can take entry on daily time frame.
No, at least weekly. Just go to the previous time frame. That's it. Just go to weekly, not daily.
Okay.
Okay, bro.
Thanks. Got it.
Yeah.
Very, very thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we'll wind up the session, guys. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank
bye.
you
Take care.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Bye, bro. Take care, bro.
Bye, bro. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Bro, congrats for your marriage, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
Best of luck for the second innings.
Thank you. Thank you.